twitch.tv/RonanPawn live stream. That it's not advertised. This one you just gotta be around for because welcome to the live stream. Violating the rules already. Unless, did you not see any nipples? Because if you didn't see any nipples, then we're okay. Welcome to Kerbal Space Program. Back after an entire 26 hours break. Wait, no, minus the 3 hours we went the other day. So 23 hours break we took. And we're back on board. Stream, says Pony? What? Why? I've got to go to sleep, says Snowman Olaf. What are you doing, says Mr. Higgitech. L. Jones says, you bastard, Pawn! Not on a Monday, it's Tuesday. Why are you streaming, says Noah Craw. I suppose in some places it's already Tuesday, but where I am, it's Monday, September 18th, 2017, and this is the news. Today, Democrats are trying to fight the Republicans off from repealing their half-assed, half-hearted, corporate-centric version of healthcare reform. And, doesn't look like it's gonna work out too well for them. Well, looks like maybe they should have done something that mattered in the first place, huh? But for example... we're gonna lose our not actually reforming healthcare bill. Damn it! If only we had come up with something that was worth defending, then people might have come out and defended it with us. Shoot! Maybe we should have come up with a healthcare system that actually, in some way, like, stopped the people who are taking advantage of the healthcare system from taking advantage of the healthcare system instead of literally taking the problem and handing it over into the hands of the corporate bastards who had created the problem in the first place and saying, here's 18 million more customers for you. Here's hundreds of millions of more dollars for you for creating a system whereby you are basically racketeers stealing people's money. Here, this is reform. Maybe. Oh look, more politics on a Ronan Pawn Kerbal stream. Nathan Moore on YouTube says, I look at my notifications, I open this and see something hilarious. Pawn had his mouth open and fist up, staring at me. Welcome to a Pawn stream. Just want to go to London for a few days. It's going to cost me 450, that's the symbol for lira? Lira. Welcome back to Kerbal. Wow, look at how pretty that is in the main screen with the green glow going. You guys can't even see it because the damn chat's too big. We're going into career mode and we're going to learn tourism. And as long as we're here, I'm going to do something that I meant to do and that I'll probably never get around to unless I just do it right in the middle of a live stream. You know how this goes with me. If I tell myself that, next time then it never happens. So instead, what I'm thinking is we just do it right here, right now. How does that look, Pawn? How do you like that? I don't like it. I think it's stupid. Do it better. I'm making the chat window just a little bit less tall is what I want out of it. Just a little less height from you. You can be what you are. I love you as you are, hun, but your tallness is really... Huh? Wait, that was good. That was good. I had it for a minute. We'll just click a million times. No, quit moving it now. How am I going to get the lines right? Damn it, Lions8120. How am I going to get the lines right? Thank you, Ludi700, for the pawns in chat. So, how are you guys doing today? The Affordable Health Care Act is beginning to be not so affordable where I'm at, says Mr. Jones. I don't know. I remember, the fact that Obama didn't have a healthcare plan and was talking a lot about it from the campaign trail was one of the reasons why I didn't vote for the guy the first time he was up and going around. It was the main reason I didn't, because he was talking so much about healthcare. We need to fix this system. We need to change it. We need to reform it. And then I went on his website looking for, okay, so what are you going to do? Nothing. Man had nothing to say. Nothing on his website, nothing publicly out there, had no plan written down. When I saw that a man who was talking about healthcare reform as much as he wasn't willing to say what his plan was, I knew that's probably because his plan would not get him elected because it's a horrible plan, and I'm going to keep looking. And I found a lovely socialist woman who was running for presidency that year, and I went into my local voters district with her name memorized and said, now there's a woman who wants to not only actually reform healthcare, create a socialist system, create universal healthcare, even if she, whether she can get it or not, she's got the right idea, and she's willing to stand up and speak about it, huh? That's worth something to me. Also, this is, of course, on the heels of the Iraq War. She wanted to not only just exit the Iraq War, she wanted not just end that war, but also, apologize, sorry, for the whole prison camps, legitimizing torture thing that we were doing over there during the George W. Bush. Sorry, about the whole occupation that really wasn't doing anything except creating more violence in your backyard. Sorry about the 95% of our smart bombs that landed on non-military targets in that shock and awe campaign. A little bit of an apology. Yeah, she was the girl for me. So I went in and voted for her, or rather tried to, and found out in my state you're not allowed to write in your presidential campaign, and that's when I said, okay, I'm not voting anymore. This system's not for me. Thanks! You didn't design it to be democracy, so go fuck yourselves! Welcome to a twitch.tv/Ronan Pawn livestream. This is Kerbal Space Program. We'll be playing a lovely little game where we send little green men into space to die, mostly. In fact, since we're going to be sending people to die, I better open up a raffle. Raffle open. Soldiers of the Revolution. I'm building an army. Welcome, my minions. Today, we will go out into the land and we will spread, hope for the future. They'll never see that coming. Something they'd never do. Cavoodle has 1,099 points worth. So, are you ready to stay up for the Ronan Pawn stream? What are we doing here? Last time, which was 23 hours and 6 minutes ago, we got the science points that we needed. We got them. We located them. We got the science point that we needed in order to start our tourism program. And for that, there is no question. I'm going to drop chat so you can see what I'm looking at. There is no question whatsoever that we need to buy our way into general construction, where we can get at least the Mark I crew cabin, the 2-seater passenger cabin that you're going to want for tourists. At the same time, we'll get a bunch of Airplane Plus parts, Mark I cargo bay, junior cargo bay, nose trunk, sounds sexy, passenger door, and structural fuselage junior, as well as these things. Oh, a radial decoupler! We're going to get our first Bargain Rockets radial decoupler. That, friends, is a child's sand pail that's been turned upside down and duct taped, and they spray painted it with caution strips because it's very. We replaced the sand with explosives, and a magneto docking port. That, of course, being a horseshoe magnet with some duct tape and cardboard on it. A ladder and that. We've seen this stuff before. Research the stuff pawn. I can buy another tier for our tourism program if I so desire. And in advanced rocketry, we've got a trash can for a fuel tank. We've got a hamster's... kind of the way that all American politicians suck at the teat of corporate America. Kind of like how Obama, when he created this healthcare package, sucked at the teat of the health insurer industry. Is there any justification whatsoever for the American healthcare, for there not being a law that says if you're going to be a private healthcare insurer in this country, you have to be registered a not-for-profit organization? Any justification for that whatsoever, because if you're not a not-for-profit organization, if the rules that apply to those don't apply to you, you are a racketeer. You might as well be running a pyramid scheme. Any reason for that? Hang on, Obama. Ooh, Clinton. Clinton's running. And then Trump just... Welcome to the live stream. Reliant liquid fuel engine. We get the T200 fuel tank, the real fuel tank. We won't have to take Frigidairs up to space anymore. And what else? It's a good thing I got chat down. It's just people buying points. That's, when I'm allowed to talk about these things, because then we can't see chat. Ooh, we would get a desk lamp if we bought flight control, so we'd get our first lighting, as well as a probe made out of a smartphone. That could be duct tape. That is pretty cool. And finally, basic science would include experiment storage unit. So this is where you can store your data. Store your data on vessels that don't store data otherwise. I like that idea. Radiator panels, blah. And high gain antenna. Good. We don't want any of that. I think the way to go here then is advanced rocketry. If I'm going to buy anything, give myself a couple more engines and fuel containers. Really? What's this? 17 and 20? I won't need any of those for this mission. I'm not going to buy anything. I'm going to wait until I got a mission where I need to buy something. But for now, what we need... everyone wants to die at Pawn's hands, says Snowman Olaf. It's fun, says Cavoodle. You know, you stepped out of the plane. I tried to talk him out of it, is how it went.
That's not how I remember it going, Pawn.
APVXX just subscribed.
Thank you, APVXX.
Thank you, APVX. That's my line, Houston.
Yeah, I'm stepping on them, aren't I?
Indeed you are. Thank you for subscribing. I believe that's a resub. I don't have that kind of thing up on my screen, but I just remember. I got a memory like a steel trap. I remember how Obama was just... So what are we doing? We need to... Let me look at the mission that I've got here. Thank you, APVXX. I truly do appreciate the subscribers. And my end card automatically updates. So every person who subs just ends up on my end card because I spent, half a day configuring that. Active. Ferry a VIP to his destinations and back. This guy wants to orbit Kerbal, and we have not done that very successfully. We've done it. Never tried to carry a second person up before, and we've had a fair bit of trouble because the bargain rocket parts are not designed to be aerodynamic. They are cardboard boxes and lava lamps. These are not designed for their atmospheric passage. So what else could we do at the same time? Ferry a VIP safely to his destinations and back. We might as well do two at once, right? That makes sense to me. We got 2 slots in the tourist cockpit passenger module majigger. Might as well carry 2 fellas. It's just one person, right? Sandoz wants to just have a suborbital spaceflight on Kerbal. So when our orbit fails, we'll actually be succeeding if I take that mission. I like that idea. Well, I think Houston just cancels that upgrade to the parts. What? I wanted to orbit, says Noah. See how that went? Also, I'm bad at lurking. Instead, you went diving at 100 meters per second, says Cavoodle. That was one of our most successful flights. Shh. If they weren't here, they don't know. Is the microphone close enough? I like it to be just a little bit in the frame so that it screws up the recording and really bothers my eyes later. There we go. Let's look at a craft that we have built previously that can get to orbit, and that was the Mark III. The Mark IV, which was last time, we improved it to the point where it didn't work anymore. This is the Mark III, the not confident Mark III. It made it to orbit with 3.7, almost 3.8, 3,800 meters per second of delta V of delta V. Is that what it is? It's the change of your motion. Almost the delta of your velocity, one would say. Atmospherically, only 3.1, but we made it there, and we made it there on vapors from the RCS. So considering that this one can make it, and has made it, and proved itself once upon a time, the problem is that it's 29 of the 30 parts I'm allowed to have unless I upgrade the VAB, so we may be upgrading the VAB this time, kids. Also, where's Kevin MacLeod? There's the music I'm looking for. Now we got some sound in here. I forgot to hit F6. I was wondering why the only sound in my head was the one loud voice and then the others, chatting in the background.
What?
Nothing. I'm not talking to you.
Well, that doesn't mean I'm not talking to you.
Who are you talking to?
I must be talking to you. You're the only one here.
How am I funny? Two completely different movies, Pawn. Math checks out, says Noah Craw. On what? Not if I go out of physics range, in which case I despawn and get declared MIA, says Cavoodle. That's you are still walking back from your last mission is all that's going on. Hoi, dude, says Detective Duck. Remember me from yesterday's stream? That was so long ago. How can I possibly remember what happened 23 minutes and 23 hours and 22 minutes ago? Detective Duck. We're trying to take tourists to space, and I'm tempted to just rebuild from scratch, but we've got something that works here. We're still working with bargain rockets, you know, crap kit. Is there anything new that I've purchased in the way of... No. What you have now, Pawn, you got some structural fuselage and an offset. That's kind of cool. Don't need it right now. We have radial decouplers now. Okay, we'll buy those immediately because I want that as an option available. Rockamax brand decoupler and the Magneto docking port. Not going to need them for this mission. And then we've got cargo bays and stuff, which don't really help me here either. In utility, that's where you find the Mark I crew cabin. I don't understand why that's a utility and not like a... I know it's not a cockpit, but... Right, you stick it in with the pods, you know? It doesn't say cockpit. This is a pod. That's a pod. You know, that's where I would keep my beans if they hadn't maturated yet. Yay, I'm not the only one here anymore in YouTube chat, says Nathan Moore. It looks like a cardboard box, that rocket. No! What are you talking about? No. You know what? We've already gotten, I think, all the science that we need from just being in orbit around Kerbal. I think for the sake of this mission, we need to reduce our scientific gathering. Well, that was all we had? That was all we had in terms of science on this? Well, we're up to 3860 from 3800. So that helped an awful lot. Plus we got 2 parts now. All I gotta do is stick this. Where are you gonna stick it, Pawn? Well, I'm sure chat could think of a few places. Well, what's the impact tolerance of this? 40 meters per second. Yeah, we're coming down on that. We're definitely coming down on that. Problem is, it's probably going to want to tip over on you. We've got some reaction wheels on here. We're going to need more than just... Well, at 40 meters per second, we probably won't need more than just one parachute. I think that parachute can get us down. I think also that I want my cups, my RCS. These tin cups are where we store the monoprop in this spacefaring agency. I want them on the return stage because I want to have monoprop when we're coming down. I felt that was lacking last time we went. So, here's the thing. What's the thing? The thing is, we stick a pilot in there, we stick 2 tourists in there, and we go and try and make orbit. Why can't you do that right now, Pawn? Well, our Delta V non-atmospherically is down to 3.1 after all that. Yeah, so why can't you? Well, let me explain again. Our Delta V... No, I heard you. Oh, okay. Could you at least go to the other voice for Houston when you're doing that?
Our Delta V.
No, the other one. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I'm sorry. I could... What's our mass here? We can go up to 18 tons. If I upgrade the VAB... How's our centers of mass and lift and stuff? This got there... This stage... This is what's troublesome, what's worrisome about the whole thing. We were having a lot of trouble keeping this pointed in the direction that we wanted it pointed once upon a time. And it's not going to get any easier because there's more weight up there. I had repositioned these fins to places that didn't make sense to me. In my mind, fins should be at the very back of a rocket when it's going up. It's supposed to hold you, and then when it starts to tilt you, it pulls you. But it was starting to work better when we were up there. I'm going to put them where I think they should be. They're designed to explode anyway. We probably don't even need fins. Probably don't even need them. Because it's gone so well before. Pawn. Bill just walked off with the flight computer. Don't worry, it was an Amiga. It wasn't really doing anything. We just like to play with the Angry Birds on it. That wouldn't run on an Amiga. No, I was looking for Oregon Trail, but it didn't come to me.
Oregon Trail, Pawn.
You got something in your mouth, Houston? Didn't think you could share that with the rest of the class? We're just sitting here doing nothing because I don't know what to do with this. Like, I think this stage will return fine on its own when we drop it. 40 meters per second impact tolerance, as long as we hit the ground with this end, I don't think the passengers will explode, and that'll also keep these guys alive. If we tilt over, that's a whole nother. But the pilot is expendable because it's going to be one of you. So I think that's fine. And we don't need extra batteries, right? You've got batteries in you. Yeah, you got a 50 electric charge on that, so there's one more part back without having to upgrade the VAB. I would love to do this without upgrading the VAB. We need the RCS, because that's the only thing that kept us into the wind and gave us the kind of tilt and control authority we were looking for while we were going up and pushing on the atmosphere, but as we stand right now, we just don't have enough of the V or the Delta. Commodore 128 or 64 is a better flight computer than the Amiga, says Mr. Jones. I don't have the parts count I want. If I reduce the number of fins that we've got to 4 here, okay? Then now we've got 4 parts that I can spare. And now we're just working with what's our weight limit on the pad. I would love to do this. You know me. I love to, without upgrading it's lovely when you don't have to upgrade things, when you fight your way through the limitations and make it work anyway. So here's how I'm thinking of making this work anyway, and it would be putting, 2 of them on there. That's probably going to burn off some of the fins at the bottom. Oh, and we've just gone over mass. 18.99, we've gone over by a ton. Just 1 ton is all. Just 1 little ton that we're excessive. Okay, quick question. If I were to get rid of you and replace it just with that, what's our delta V? 3.6 before I put the fins back. That's what we had in the first version of this. And we don't have as much. Do I have a smaller container? Do I have a half stack, half stock, half my... I do! I got a stop sign I could put in there. Okay, that's not the size that I was expecting. From my stop sign, that's not quite what I was looking for. There. I could... These are all liquid fuel fuselages. They don't have any O to them. They're just LF. Okay, so if we did this, and then we sucked, equal parts LF and O out of it until we got back to... It would be all of it. All of it has to go upon for you to make weight on this thing. Okay, different idea. What if we sucked the... How's our TWR? What if we sucked the solid fuel out of here? Solid fuel's pretty heavy, right? No. No, it's not as heavy. How we do... Yeah! Yeah, baby! Alright, that's 17.8, and that puts us over. So it's 17.8 with a thrust limiting of, say, 1.66. That's the lucky number. That's Satan's rule. 1.66 coming off the pad. Now we are just within all of our requirements for being able to do this mission. And we have 3.7. We got 3,700 meters per second in delta V atmospherically. Non-atmospherically 3,100, which is what this was before when it was the Mark III. This is going to have to be the Mark V, I think. Right? Didn't we have a Mark IV? Let me just double check, because I don't want my orders being, yeah, we do have a Mark IV of that. So we're going to just cancel out. We're going to make this the Mark V. This should just be a whole nother craft pawn. It should be the 007, right? Are we up to 7? Let me just double check again, because I was looking for a certain thing, and we had a 007, and this should be the confident, and then tourists. Mark 1. The confidence tourists is the thing we're flying today. So if we fire both of our, where's chat? Put chat back up, Pawn. I'm sorry. I dare you, just before takeoff, you have to dab and say jelly bean 10 times. I don't even know what dabbing is with you and your kids and your dabs and whatnot these days. You're silly is what you are. I just pulled 2 people off at my Twitter, not following them anymore. So goodbye. Who did I get rid of? That one guy and then the other guy. John Green. I got rid of. No, it was Hank Green. I kept John, but Hank, I just got rid of him. I'm sick of listening to him hawk his wares and stuff like that. Used to make content on YouTube. Now you can't get through a friggin' 4-minute video with the guy without him trying to sell you 2-3 things. I know, it's hard, and you gotta keep fighting to make your money. You've jumped the shark, man. Come on, come back to us. Make content instead. So SRBs, and then fire those and drop them, and then fire. So we drop that as we fire up to that one, and then we drop that, and then we come home with our single parachute with a 40 meter per second impact. It's gonna bump a little bit. I think we know that. We can all recognize that. Save this craft. We're gonna need a pilot for it, and we've already got 2 tourists who are ready to go. Ronan Pawn was the other blind gaming. What? Quality checks Pawn is still following. Oh, quickly checks if Pawn is still following Pony. I'm following you. I just got rid of the people who I'm just tired of. Claudia Black, you are on the hot seat right now. I'm here and there with you because I love you, girl. I love you, girl. But your constant retweeting of your political agenda, which I mostly agree with, is just annoying. I mostly agree with what your positions are. I feel they're more complicated than that, but I just can't, say something passionate and meaningful, or don't say anything at all would be great, I'm sick of half measures. Has anybody got a bullet? Just one, just lend it to me. I'll get it back to you. I'll get half of it. I'll get the sleeve back to you. Sick of half measures. What are we doing? Why are you out here? I'm here to recruit a soldier for the revolution. Raffle close. Oh, hello, NSA. How you doing? Raffle close. This would be a great place to start a revolution, right? Because who the hell? They don't have means of monitoring this. We could be planning all kinds of stuff. All right, who's on board for going out and getting cotton candy? That's what kind of stuff did you think? Jesus. You're dark. Get me a. We need to recruit somebody. Jake Paul. Yes, we can all be called Jacques in the new revolution. We'll all be Jacques, Detective Duck. It's not at all what you were saying, is it? It's everyday bro with the Disney Channel flow. 5 mil made in 6 months, never done before. Past all the competition, man. Pootie Pie is next. This is Team 10. Something that is never said. What the hell are you talking? That's good flow. Good flow. The raffle. Roll. Congratulations, Noah Craw. It's a new live stream. These are new tickets. You bought new tickets in this thing. It does seem rigged, Cavoodle. I agree with you. 200 points well spent, says Noah. So you want to go to space. You're volunteering early, The last time we threw up a test vessel with you, and it didn't work out too well for you. Noah, however, I don't have to bring you... Did you get back? Have you come back yet, Noah? Noah, you're still missing in action. Is there a way that I can bring you back? Can I mod hack you back so I don't have to make another Kerbal that's got the same name? I don't want to have Noah Craw Jr. if I don't have to. Kerbals, where are you? Can I change your status? No, there's Noah. You're missing. I can't do anything with that. This is why you need a mod and not to rely on the F12 package spawn. Okay, I'm just discovering that. I thought the new tools that they had implemented in the nope. Create Noah Craw Jr. the second Esquire. You are apparently a female again. You keep choosing it, not me. We'll take you as a pilot because you're housing tourists. You've got to start as level 0. We've got a level 1 pilot. We've run someone up to level 1, and the last time we did a career mode, I decided the idea was when you get a level 1 in a certain category, then everyone who I draft from then on gets to be level 1. So that's what I'm going to do, or what I would do if my roster wasn't full. I cannot be bothered. I've just got to fire somebody. I just got to fire somebody. Who needs to be fired, okay? Evil Donner, L. Jones, the 14th, Davey, Tisapef, you were the first in, you're the last out. First in, you're Philo, it's LIFO. It's Philo, first in, last out, first in, first out. First in, first, Tisapef, you're fired. I'm sorry. I just gotta. I can't do. It's too much hassle, because there's a glitch in this game, and if you, we know about it. Level 1, pilot, female, Noah Craw Jr. the second, SS Squire. Created Kerbal. There you go. Noah Craw, you will be flying two passengers to space today. If you could bring him back alive, that would be preferable. Orson and Sandos are getting in with you, and we're putting you out on the pad. You got a parachute this time, mate. So that's an improvement over the last trip. Get out there. Noah Craw Jr. II, Esquire, Turbo at the Olympic Games, and Knuckles, says Mr. Gitek. With footsteps? You mean splash marks. Footsteps on the moon? You're not going to the moon. I don't know where you think you're going with your footsteps, but you're not. Wow. You're so cute. Oh, God, I love your daughter better than I liked you. Redhead. Yeah, look at her. Look at her. Oh, hi. Where did you go to junior high? Okay, that's illegal. You're jailbait, Noah. You've become jailbait. Get my X science up. Is there anything that we want or could get from here? Everything that we could get, we already have. This is all about taking these gentlemen to space. Hi, dude. Hey, you wore spacesuits. Bill, what are you doing here?
I wanted to test the tourism program.
You're not allowed to test the tourism program. You're gonna die.
Oh no, I think it'll be fine. I looked at the ship.
You actually have confidence in the ship I built?
Well, actually, I'm just really depressed, and I thought, if this doesn't work out, it's fine by me.
You're very excited to die, Bill. Okay. I hope none of you heard what Bill just had to say, because I didn't know what he was going to say until I found out that he was in there. Houston, Bill's on board.
I knew nothing about that, Pawn. Wow.
Of course. Houston, you're always involved in anything seedy that goes on around here.
Well, actually, you're mostly involved in that.
Well, that's a fair observation as well. From now on, no sneaking pilots aboard on tourist missions. No making them, fake IDs.
What am I going to do with the laminating machine, then?
Just give me a countdown.
In 3, 2, 1, fire!
And we're up and away with 1 point. Oh, and they bend in. Wow, we don't have a lot of TWR on that first stage. I might have dethrottled them a little bit more than was a good idea. Turn RCS on, because we're going to need it. We're definitely going to need it, and start banking us down in the direction that we're going. This craft needs to not break 220 meters per second before it gets to 10 kilometers, because the aerodynamics on it are miserable. Okay, and going to the next stage. Boom. Okay, throttle down. Throttle down. There we go. Don't want to be pushing through the denseness of the airs and whatnot until it's okay. Throttle down just a touch more. Just a touch more there, and please turn her down. I'm trying, but I don't want to pull on the bubble that much. Very not aerodynamic ship. And in the past, it has very, very much liked to flip on us. So, we're doing fine. We're doing great here. Well, throttle down a bit more. You're starting to gain speed there. You hit 220 meters per second. This thing's going to want to topple on you. Well, we've just cleared 10 kilometers now, so it's a little bit safer to, throttle up. But still, I'm just following the prograde. I'm going to try and lead it a little bit, pulling it down the ball, winning where I can, but I'm not pushing too hard on it. I refuse to push too hard on it. I don't care what kind of flight we get, whether we're going up too fast or not. As long as we get to space and our tourists are alive.
And me.
And Bill. Tourist and Bill. Whoa. Stay online. 17 kilometers now, still not opening up the throttle. Still refusing to open up the throttle, Ronan Pawn is. Are you ready to open up the throttle, Pawn? I am. Go! Go hard, go fast. We're down to the 45 on the bubble, and we're pushing hard, and we're running out of that liquid fuel in a hurry, and we're heating up our wooden fins. Liquid fuel is out and away, going to the next stage. Do not lose your prograde with this. We're now at 27 kilometers. I'm coming out here to see what our apoapse is looking like. Apoapse at 44 kilometers and rising. And stay with the bubble. In fact, this is a level 1 pilot. You could have him follow his prograde. No, thank you, Noah. I think I'll fly this one whoa. Keep an eye on your liquid fuel reserves, Pawn. Keep an eye on them. This is going not bad. This is going really good, in fact. Wow, I'm glad we spent all that time, sitting in the VAB and staring at what we were going to do someday. Now, what I've been doing with this craft until now is making all of my speed while I'm in atmosphere, circularizing. It's very cheap to make speed while you're making speed is one way to go. And I was about to say, but I'm not going to do that here. And yet, here I am doing that here. Keep pushing. Go ahead and keep pushing. It's cheaper instead of slowing down. Instead of slowing down and then starting again. It tends to be, anyway. It's math is a fickle mistress that I've never understood. So, good guy to be running a space program here. Push it out, way out. I'm going to stop there. And then I'm going to have you follow your prograde for me. I'm going to turn RCS off so that we can save that. And then when we do hit the top, we'll push the rest of that out with liquid fuel, and we may or may not get there with the remaining liquid fuel, but if we don't, we've got 30 units of monoprop that we can use via RCS to push it out the rest of the way. Wow, this is actually working, isn't it? Bill.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is actually working out. That's great. I'm happy for the guy sitting next to me.
Wow, that's a good shot. That is pretty. Look at how pretty that is with the sun just pluming in the window. Oh, what's your name again, by the way? I forget. What? Oh, God, thank you, Kerbal, for never addressing those problems. Sandos Kerman. Sandos and Orson? You picked Orson for your nom de plume?
Yeah, I like his movies.
You mean Orson Welles? You like Orson Welles movies?
Yeah, Citizen Kerbal.
Citizen Kerbal?
Yeah, he was green, right?
He wasn't green in the version I saw.
Oh, you must have saw the remake.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw the remake. Yeah, it wasn't as good as the book, right?
There was a book?
I don't know. Let me focus on space, flying, traveling, We're almost at the apoapse. I need to be pushing on it. Push on it. Fire. Wait. Stop. I need to push the apoapse out is what I need to do. Because if we're going to have to RCS the rest of this, we're going to need some lead time on that apoapse. So push it a little bit further ahead of you. There you go. And then just hold it out there. Hold it out there. Can we get a periapse before we run out of liquid fuel? We can't. RCS and H. And, yep. Come on. We're close to a periapse. We've got to be. And I am H'ing, aren't I? Yep, we're H'ing. We're H'ing it. Give me the damn... Don't take the nav ball down every time I leave. All right. We're passing by the apoapse. Damn it. 70.7. Come on. How close are we? Move my trajectory. It is doing a thing. I gotta fire up even more, don't I? I need this to be lateral velocity. I don't know my altitude at this point. We're gaining speed, which isn't a good thing. Who just did a thing? Thank you for the follow. Whoever that was. Come on now. An orbit is all we're looking for from you. What's my height? 70.5. Son of a biscuit. Go. We've got 18 units of liquid fuel remaining, and we are dropping quickly toward the... Can we do it? Even if we drop back in atmosphere, we've got a chance of pushing it back out on the other side. It'll be close. Come on. Give me a retrograde with this. Damn it. I could pull up more and reduce this. No. Keep pushing. Push, Spawn. Push. It's getting... What we've got... Okay. I don't think we're actually going to get there. When I was looking at it like this, I was like, almost! Just about there! And then when you look over here, less so. Just less so. We're back in atmosphere. I'm still going to burn for it. I don't care. I will save some monoprop to help us with our descent if we need it, but I'm still going to burn for it. We're at 69.8 meters. We can do this. Look, it's getting way easier to push those lines. Look at how quickly they're moving. We are, of course, losing... it's gonna be harder as we're passing through the atmosphere. Come on, 8 units of monopropellant remaining, and we've got a periapse. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a periapse, and we're pushing. Push harder on the speed. Just give me pure speed now. Yeah, go. 7, 8. Was it going up better when I was going up? I think it was going up better. We've got two units of monoprop remaining. Damn it, we're not gonna make it. Son of a... Oh, how close can you get without making it? That was the challenge, right? How close can you get without making it at all? Well, apparently that close is how... That's my entry into the challenge there. 19 kilometers. One of them... We finished one of the tourist contracts there. We should probably get on our retrograde pawn. Yes, we really probably should. We're out of monoprop. So I hope that parachute works out for those two tourists. 40 meter per second impact rating on what they're sitting in. So, should be fine. Ooh, look, and we're still lit up by the beautiful sun that's overlooking our horrible failure.
How you doing up there, Pawn?
Great. We completed half of the mission.
That's a 50% improvement on your usual results.
I'm looking on the bright side as well, Houston. Get your Kerbal Power Certificate licensing grant. EVA push. right, Tenton. Yeah, Noah, how do you feel about getting out? Yeah, Noah wants to EVA push it too. How do you feel about getting out at 66 kilometers while you're in atmosphere and waiting to see at precisely what height a Kerbal pops from the sudden spike of heat? Because I have seen these guys. I have played the game before where you get somebody out to get EVA data. And, when you're going into atmosphere, I've gotten them out, I feel like, above 60, and I don't trust the EVA push at all. Pushing was Noah's idea, says Rai. Do it, Noah! Okay, what are we doing? We gotta get back down, we just gotta, wait for it to come down. We're gonna have a good long descent where we can test the effectiveness of all of this as an ablator, because I didn't bring one. So, fizz warp me. 4 times fizz warp. Orson Kerman, Sandos, and Noah Jr. 2nd Esquire Kermit. Okay, those were the fins. See, that was above 60 kilometers. Those were wood fins, Noah. So, what do you think would have happened to your little green cushy body?
What I was hoping would happen to mine.
Okay, that's just... I'm gonna stop doing. That's not a good bit, Bill. That was, I don't know how we got there. Something clearly going on in your mind.
I'm just sick of half measures, Pawn. I'm sick of half measures.
Don't cry for me, Argentina. Oh, that is funny. I find that funny anyway. If you can't laugh about suicide, then you're not as good as George Carlin. Man, that fella had a whole 2-hour just show about suicide. I was rolling in the aisle. Did I see that one live? I saw something live. It wasn't that one. No, that was later. My mother and I, when I was younger, we certainly went and saw a George Carlin show live, and that was... I was weak after that. It hurt to see his show. It's gonna hurt my RCS containers, hopefully, to see. It hurt. You went home, your sides hurt for like a day or two afterwards. At least mine did, because I was laughing, because I thought it was funny, I did. There was a comedian. That's what comedians used to be like. Orson and Sandos Kerman, I might need to drop... Okay, slow down. You're still at 4 times fizz warp. What are we at? 278. And we're through. We don't need the ablator stage anymore, so let's drop that away. Are you gonna come back up toward us? Okay, just passing by. All right. We'll see you later. Nice of you to, and then I'm gonna open the parachute, and it's still gonna be kind of close to us, isn't it? How we doing? We're at 5 kilometers, and this parachute is not necessarily designed, it being a quilt with some duct tape in the middle to cover over a hole that we couldn't sew up. It might not be designed to carry down this amount of weight, but if it can slow us to 40, less than 40, then we should be okay, is what I believe. When you gonna open there, bud? Okay, well that's not us. That's not us. When's the parachute planning to... There we go. We've popped fully, which means we're 500 meters from the surface at about 8 something, so we're looking to come down at 300. Oh, yeah. This parachute's got us. Oh, you guys are safe. You're totally safe. All of you. All of you, basically. Everyone else here is a trained professional. You're the idiot who decided to come with us. It's kind of just a stupid idea, if you ask me. He said tight, not fight. What? What? Ah, it's my favorite quote. What? I suck. The tourists are my landing cushions, says Noah Crow. You brought this one down in one piece. No, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but we appear to be coming down on a hill, and while this has a 40 meter per second impact tolerance, this has a 7. It's more of a 7 that you're in. So if there's a tipping over that's going to happen here, we're going to see whether that tipping over amounts to 7 meters per second worth of impact force. I could lean it for you, Noah. I could... Which way do you want me to lean it, though? Because I'm not sure which is the way. Oh, I couldn't lean it. I tried leaning it. Noah? Noah, you're fine. You're fine, Noah. All right, we did it. We did it. And you get to look up at the night sky. Just lay in your seat and wait for traffic control to come by and wave you in. We did it. All right, that's one of our 2 tourists. I think Bill is the one who's going to stick around for the next flight then. Recover the vessel. Our first successful-ish tourist mission. I'm happy. I'm crossing my fingers that you explode, says Mr. Higitek. Hey. It would be entertaining, wouldn't it? And we got 0.2 science out of it. So we still have exactly 45 science. Well, ready for the next assignment. Who did we completed a mission there, surely. Feria VIP, it was Sandos. Oh no! That means... Was Bill Sandos? No, Bill was Orson. So Sandos, yes, you go away, but Bill is going to fly with us again. At least a man who looks marvelously like Bill and has a similar voice, but he's very depressed. It might not be Bill. It might be like a twin brother or something. I confuse them. I've met them both, so they both speak to me with basically the same distaste for my existence. So it could have been his twin brother. And not so much twin brother, of course, as one of the clones that we made when we thought he was dead, and it turned out he was still alive, so, twin brother we call it when he's around, because he doesn't know about the cloning facility underneath the island. Shh, there's tourists. Let's see if there's another mission. I definitely want to. We're going to finish that. We're going to get in orbit with that damn ship. We were this close, and it was a good flight. It was a damn good flight. Very efficient flight, I would say. Could have pushed a little higher, maybe, and left ourselves in atmosphere. We could have gotten it without changing the thing. I do want to make an adjustment if I can come up with one to make. But while we're doing that, is there something else that we could do at the same time? Ferry 2 tourists safely to their destination back. Don't have room on this flight. We've got to get Bill up there to do an orbit. Although this pays more. Orkin and Tamfort. And they want to do the same thing. They want to orbit Kerbal. I can put 2 of them in. I'll get more money. Why wouldn't I do that? Bill, you just got a chance to go to space. Didn't quite make orbit. It's basically the same thing. You're not going to see anything new. I'm going to take this contract. We're going to do these 2. And then, Bill, we'll just stick you on something. I mean, Bill's twin brothers, Orson. Orson is the name. Put Bill and Orson on the same flight, Sister Mason. Remember when we used to joke about me being a cannibal? Cannibal Higitek? I don't. Are you sick of half measures too, Mr. Higitek? Get back into the VAB. We're gonna need another pilot. May have to hire another Kerbal. So we should raffle reopen in case anyone wants to buy more tickets. We're reopening it, so if you've already got tickets in, they're still in there. We drew out Noah's name, but you can buy more and throw more tickets in if you feel like it. Raffle pre-open. Maybe it doesn't like caps. Maybe it doesn't like caps. Raffle reopen. It doesn't like caps. Okay, so don't yell when you're typing it. I didn't mean to. It was caps lock. I'm playing Kerbal, that sort of thing happened. I want to make an adjustment. I want to end up with more Delta V. And the easiest place, considering how smoothly that flight went, with 4 fins here and 6 fins down here, I want to think that we could get away with 4 fins down here. Why shouldn't we be able to? So 4 fins down there didn't make a significant impact, so let's not do that. That's stupid. That's not important. What about draining? Say there's no monoprop in the to be drained, so no. I'm trying to lower the weight or increase the amount of fuel we're taking. If I could tick this up in little increments, because we've got 300 right now. Just have a little bit more, but we can't. Is the problem. I think I actually liked our thrust limiting, the way that we came off there. anything that I could do to either lower weight or tack on more fuel. We've got 30 parts count right now. How much does this thing weigh? One of them. How much would one of them weigh? It would keep us under the 18 tons. Okay, so here's what we gotta do. We're going to take the 6, and like I was saying before, we're gonna turn them into 4. See no reason why that shouldn't work, so I'm sure it won't. And then, we got a little bit of extra fuel that we can tuck away somewhere here. Where do we want it? Where will it do the most good? Up here is where it would do the most good. What if I, like this? 3647 in comparison to 3699. Is that just weight? It's not transferring through here? Wait a second. Enable cross feed. There we go. So now we're getting something out of it. 3711 instead of, when it's not there, 3699. That is unsubstantial. That is not a substantial amount of fuel that you are taking with you in order to increase the likelihood of the success of this mission. I don't know what. I could fit 2 of them. I can fit 2 of them, though, because I got the extra parts. No, you can't. You go overweight. Yeah, now I'm overweight by 0.02 tons. That's what I can do. That's how we can make it better, is that. And I don't want to put it down here because it's a small part and it'll throw off the... And you understand. Mark II, not the 21. The Mark II with the addition, the removal of 2 fins and the addition of 1... That is what we're going to do. Oh god. This is gonna go great. Still staged appropriately? No, it wasn't actually. So parachute, and then up there. Now it's staged appropriately. Oh, the other thing I wanted to do with chat, now that I'm remembering. Huh? Like that. Right? So it's squeezing, it's almost there, it's maybe even overlapping a little bit, but now you can actually see the staging well, the staging's a thing that you'd want to see. Pawn. Alright. M2? No, it's the Mark II. Those are the kinds of little, like, luck things that if we don't do them right, we're all going to die. Save it. We can get there. We can get there. If I push my apoaps a little bit higher, we'll be in space longer. The RCS will something do. If I don't use as much RCS going up, maybe, would be another thing we can do. I'm just trying to think of the ways that I can make this better. Alright, leave here because we're going to need to recruit another Kerbal from another one of you from chat in order to, fly this hideous monstrosity. The raffle is still open. I'm sorry. Wow, you don't like to be shouted at? You can't just draw while it's open? Raffle of the Soldiers of the Revolution is now closed. You can no longer buy tickets for it, and now raffle roll. Can I get like a close roll command? Or how about when I hit roll, it just pulls a ticket instead of demanding that I... Congratulations, Mr. Jones, your ticket was rolled in the raffle. No, it's fine. It's fine. So, Mr. Jones, you're already in here. And I haven't fired you yet. Good. Good. Hello, SSD Nike. SSD Nike. SSD Nike. Over the blue lagoon. I don't know. So, that's it. It's L. Jones. He's flying the Confident. Tourists are around. Mark II. You'll be flying... Where are you? L. Jones. You're our pilot, and we're taking Tamfert and Orkin to space this time. 2 actual tourists. Bill's brother is going to wait behind. Put it on the pad anyway. Huh. Mr. Jones and me smoking in the parking lot, and we suck at the teat of corporate America. No, I don't remember. That's a reference to what we were saying earlier, not on the artist of that song, although, maybe they were sucking too. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Noah Craw. Tell each other fairy tales, and we stare at the beautiful women. Is she looking at you? I'm not. She's looking at me. Something in the spotlight. It's coming through its stereo. And when everybody loves you, you will always be lonely. Houston, could we get a countdown?
Yeah. Could you stop singing?
Is that like the terms of getting a countdown out of you?
Yeah. Shut up.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1, fire!
We're off and away. It's coming through in stereo.
Damn it, Paul!
You know you love it.
I really do. You have the voice of an angel.
You have the voice of smoker. 20 years at least. Bank him down. I'm not going to use the RCS until, we're already dying, is the plan here. Come on. Solid fuel is out. Go to the next stage. Boom. And then we got to throttle back immediately because we don't want to be pushing too hard on this lower atmosphere in a craft that is unstable as this one. Come on, pull down. Push the ball to the east. This worked well last time. Yeah, well, you were using RCS in order to get yourself a little control authority over the tip. You know what I'm saying? And having control authority at the tip is the best place because you can affect a lot. But I'm trying to not use my RCS so that we'll have more when we're in space. Just trying to give myself all of the benefits that we can possibly have since we were millimeters, by which I mean just 50,000 kilometers off of making orbit last time. Okay, don't pull down too far. We are now at 250 meters per second. At 12 kilometers, we're out of the lowest atmosphere. Still don't think I want to throttle up entirely. Just gonna let the... Okay, things are exploding down there. Just gonna let this continue to play out. I would love to be further down the ball right now, but again, very not aerodynamic craft. Whoa, starting to pull down on me. There you go. Come on. Turn over, baby. Turn over. How are we doing on liquid fuel? I think we're to the point where maybe you want to get as much speed as you possibly can out of this thing before you're out of liquid fuel. So burn it all, burn it hard, and then when we drop this stage, we're going to turn RCS on for control of the smaller craft. In fact, RCS going on now, so I don't miss it. And going to the next stage, we're still very high here. This is going to be a completely different flight path. It was all in the plan. We're going apparently straight to space, and then we're going to make all of our speed from there, because that's just how this one worked out, I'm not going to fight the craft to do what the craft needs to do. Now we've got orbital readings, 66, 67, 68, 69, and 70. Give me 2. Give me 72, and then... Mr. Jones, what are you? You're not a pilot, because I don't have any ticks over here, or if you are a pilot, you're not a very skilled one. What's your job, Jones? You're a scientist. Good, we've got a scientist flying our second batch of tourists ever. Who the hell is in charge of this thing?
I've been wondering that for years.
Well, it was Scott from Rockamax once upon a time. Turn RCS off. You don't. You're just wasting it. How are we doing on the monoprop? 38.4 at this point instead of the 28 that we had before. So we've got a lot of extra RCS push ability that we didn't before. Also, we came up in an entirely different way that's probably less efficient. We will find out when we start pushing on the apoaps at 72.2 thousand meters. My onesie says what? Your onesie brings all the boys to the yard, Rai. And they're like, damn, bro. That's basically what they're like. Alright, are we into space yet? How are we doing on getting to space? Almost to space. Getting ready for firing. Little SAS, and boom. Fire. Try not to raise the apoaps that much, though. That's not what we're here for. So fire, shoot, right on the horizon. Wherever it is that you need to fire in order to maintain height without losing or gaining any, and that's about it. But you gotta keep the apoaps out in front of you. Okay, well, we made a fair bit of speed directly like that, and now, hold it there. Watch that apoap. It's gonna come back toward us like it wants to pass us, but as long as we've still got oxidizer and liquid fuel... Okay, no, I'm gonna have to bank up to hold it out in front of us. There you go. Hold it, Jones. Hold your apoaps. It's slipping behind you, Jones. Come on, you gotta make... If you make more speed, then it'll start coming back up. We got We got 45 units of liquid fuel remaining, and there you go. Apoaps is starting to turn around on you again. Good. Hold it right on you until we get near the end, and then I'm going to have to give us some lead time to use the monoprop to complete this orbit if we're going to need it. Maybe this was more efficient. Don't think it was. I think it was way more efficient to do it the... Okay, pulling up to push the Apoaps out. Push the Apoaps out in front of us, and then... Oh, that's not a lot. RCS on H. H. How did we do in terms of using that efficient? We are burning, right? Yeah, okay, H'ing. We're H'ing. That was not as efficient, and yeah, that was just not as efficient. Son of a biscuit, don't make me fly. We can do it again. We'll take it from the pad if we need to. We're gonna need to. How's my height doing? 72.6 and falling really fast. And in terms of meters per second being gained by the monoprop, not enough, not quickly enough. If we fizz warp this, just to see what would have happened, because I'm pretty sure we're reverting here. Let's see how much we can get. And we're back in atmosphere. Just gonna keep pushing on the monoprop. You know, it should be moving. It's moving, but there's a certain point at which the atmosphere is, yeah, that's no longer helping us. Yep, we're reverting. Revert back to the launch pad. I can do it. I can do it. Okay, we did better last time. That was proof for all of you that might not have agreed with the supposition, which is a fact, that it is better to make your speed while you're making your speed, even if you're pushing against the atmosphere, you know, at least once you're out of the lower and dense atmosphere. It's better to do that than to get out into open space, slow down at the top of your Apoaps, and then try and make speed again. It's better to just be pushing and pushing and pushing. Even what you're losing to aerodynamic forces and drag does not amount to the cost of going up and then slowing down and then trying to go fast again. That's what we learned there, kids.
Are you trying to teach something about space travel?
Houston, I've been doing this for 4 years.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe you're still... in 3, 2, 1, fire!
And off the pad and away. Okay. Put the barbecue grill on the top and let it orbit, sister. We gotta take... It's the tourists we gotta take to orbit. Okay, right when we're coming off the pad, I'm gonna use some of this while we're slow to get us banking off of the ball. That was the biggest error of the last flight. I didn't encourage the ship to head to the east the moment that we came off of the pad. With that small adjustment, we're going to be fine. We're going to go straight to space now. No problems whatsoever, unless I forget to to fly the ship. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we got to throttle down again. Throttle down again. Don't want to be pushing too hard in the lower atmosphere. 192, 194, still at 5 kilometers there. There we go. That's the speed I want to be heading in, and I want to keep pushing on the ball. Feral Pygmy is now following. Don't gnaw at my anything, Feral Pygmy. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live stream. Keep pulling down on the ball pawn. This is going way better than it was before. We're hitting 220 meters per second just as we're making the turn at 9 kilometers. I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that. And the ball is already down to 65 degrees on the bubble. We're doing much better on this, trying to get this incredibly unaerodynamic spacecraft made out of cardboard boxes and RC Cola duct tape together than we were last time. How are we doing on liquid fuel? Because right about now, I want to fire up. This is more liquid fuel than we've had burning at this height before. Oh God, don't come off the ball now. Save your RCS, but don't come off the ball. Because we're already down to the 45, and I feel like that's a little bit low for this moment. So I want to burn and get us this speed and keep going with the speed, and then RCS on for the switch, and then go to the final stage. This is what we got. This is what we're working with. Shake that ass. Okay, pull this out. Get the nav ball back up. How's our Apoaps? 41 kilometers. All right, so we've got to push this through the atmosphere pawn. Don't get up and out of atmosphere. Just push. With this much weaker engine, this engine is not... It's not that bad in atmosphere. It's obviously better in vacuum, but it's not... The difference between in vacuum and at sea level is only like 20 newtons of energy, and that's pretty damn good considering that we are well above sea level right now. So we're not getting the most efficient ISP that we possibly could, but it's pretty damn efficient. Seems more so than the bell with the inner tube attached to it. How are we doing on fuel remaining? 82 units of liquid fuel, 80 units of liquid fuel remaining. We've got NAPWAPs at 58 kilometers. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing until you're completely out of liquid fuel. Don't even bother slowing down. Just make sure that you do actually break atmo with your APWAPs before you do run out of liquid fuel here. Oh, this is going way better. This is the one. This is the flight. We're gonna finally get the orbit with the tourists in tow. 64 kilometers, and we got 30. Wait, you gotta come back up. Come back up. Push it out. Push it out now. 15 units of liquid fuel remaining. I gotta push it out. I gotta get that APWAPS into space. APWAPS in space. APWAPS in space. There we go. We've got an APWAPS in space. Screw it. Push. Push pawn. Oh, okay, that's now 82 kilometers. That's what we were looking for there. And I'm pretty sure I just heard some of us exploding. Yeah, those fins they're designed to explode. Okay, RCS off. Save it. Save it, boy. Save it, boy. And keep your nose into the wind so that we're not generating any significant amount of drag and scrubbing speed. Damn, that's pretty. Damn, that's pretty. I mean, if I weren't on screen right now, and neither were you, chat, that would be pretty. Am I hallucinating, or is Pawn saying something slightly intelligent, says Mr. Iggy
You must be hallucinating.
I can pretend to be intelligent with the best of them. Look at that! Look at that wraparound! Oh, can Monoprop get us there now? Hell yes, Monoprop can get us there now. We've created a tourist vessel, and we've done it in the way that I love to do it. We are pushing the boundary on what we're allowed to do in the VAB. We have 29 of 30 parts on this thing. We have, we're pushing the boundary of what we can do on the landing pad. We have, 17.9 out of the 18 tons that we're allowed to have, like 17.99 tons of the 18 that we're allowed to have. And everything that is on this vessel is not necessarily necessary, but it's nearly necessary. I'm not sure how much we need out of the fins, actually, would be my question now. Could I drop all of the fins and just fly it good? I don't want to test that supposition. I'm happy to have done what we've done here today. F5? Yeah, what the hell. We don't need an F5, but I will. Give me some fizz warp until we get out of atmosphere here, and then we can warp up to the APWAPS and press on it with our RCS. We need an EVA report while in space near Kerbin's shores. Well, can you get that before, things go bad on you? Grab an EVA report. Okay, that's the grasslands. So wait a second. If I just sit here, store your experiment. If I just sit here and wait for this to change, we could take a bunch of EVA reports. EVA report from, we've already got that, right? I don't know. What do we get? It keeps changing. I don't want to spam science here. I want to pay attention and not go past my APWAPs with the tourists in tow, is what I would prefer to do. So F5 again, warp me up toward our APWAPs. Get RCS, well no, don't get RCS on yet. Turn it back off. Get us down on our prograde. And blow that sucker out. RCS on, H. Hing for the win. Whoa. Yeah, we're pushing it up. And I'm keeping an eye on the APWAPS and how far ahead of us it is. Oh, it's fine. It's fine, Pawn. Periaps rushing up now. Rushing up. We're keeping the APWAPS just in front of us. Gonna be no problem. Unless it's gonna be a problem. A little bit, I'm just gonna bank slightly up to try and hold the APWAPS right along with us, even though it's unnecessary. We got more than enough monoprop to make this happen. Go ahead, up to like 20 on the ball. Hold there. APWAPS, periaps. We got it. We got it. It's done. Is it done? It's done, baby. It's Dunyan rings. We just gotta wait for it. 5. We just gotta wait for it with fizz warp. Fizz warp is how we'll wait for it. Go ahead and put it right on the ball. It doesn't matter. You're fine. You're gonna stay in space. You ain't going anywhere. Put it right on your progrades that you're making speed with everything. We're at fizz warp 3 right now in order to get this thing done. And with the monoprop that we have left, holy crap, it was a lot closer than I would have thought. It was a lot closer than I would have thought. Let's push it up. Push it up, and we have an orbit. We have an orbit. I'm not going to circularize. I'm just going to... Okay, I'm going to circularize, aren't I? I'm circularizing. This is me circularizing. Because why not? Well, for reasons, Pawn. What do you... Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough. Save some of your monoprop. We did it! We got our tourists to space. So ferry 2 tourists safely to their destinations and back. We have suborbital spaceflight. We have orbital spaceflight. All we have to do is bring them back, you know, alive. Should be easy enough from here. And we'll have completed the first tourist mission. Oh, cavoodle. Oh, cavoodle. I thought you guys were serious for half a second. Where are we going? Where do we want to come back down? Well, you burned a lot of monoprop. You do have to come down, Pawn. Oh, I do, don't I? I had kind of forgotten about that. Okay, I'm wasting RCS here. Yeah, get on there and then N. Drop. Okay, I should have waited for somewhere else where it made more sense. Is the periapse dropping? The periapse is dropping. We gotta get that periapse into atmosphere. I forgot what I was pushing up just for the fun of it. That I did need to use monoprop to get us back down. We're in atmosphere at least, but we need to be a lot deeper in atmosphere for this to work reasonably. For us not to be sitting out here in space for hours and hours and hours. There's always something that I forget about. Little things, like, you know, coming home, putting parachutes on, whether or not Kerbals pop when you get them out in atmosphere at 60 kilometers. Okay, that's going to take a number of go-rounds, is what I'm pretty sure. And, Mr. Jones, if you were a pilot right now, I could have you control your, you know, everything. But you're not, so I can't. Eric 17 is now following. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully, you know, we'll be getting through this. It'll be done in just a minute. Maybe it'll just be one wrap round. 56 kilometers. It'll suck that apoapse down, and then I'll just do it all at 4 times phys warp. So, they put fluoride in our tap water to make the frogs gay, says Kavuto. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, don't they? Those damn, the white Christian heterosexuals. Damn them. We've got to do something about them. I'm thinking we persecute them. Oh, crap. Those are just fins. Oh, you need to... Yeah, that's not the way that you want to be in atmosphere. You know what? Maybe want your butt first into the wind. We didn't need those fins. They were extra weight. They would have, pulled us down. They would have gotten somebody killed. Not me and my flying. They would have. We should persecute those white Christian conservatives in particular. They're the ones putting the fluoride and making the frogs gay, and they're the ones telling us about it. See, that's their plan. That's their trick. That's how devious they are. They want us to think someone else is doing it, but it's them. And I think we all know it's them. Derp, derp, derp. No, it says it's the Jews. It's the Jews, brah. God, haven't you seen Hillary, man? That nose? Dude, what are you even talking about? God, I start talking politics. Ooh, did anyone else hear that? That was not the mic making a pop. That was my spine making a pop. We may have been sitting here too long getting 2 tourists to space. We took 3 tourists to space in the amount of time since we started live streaming, which... if I just subtract the number of frames encoded by the bitrate and carry the... Why do you not keep a record of when we started the stream? Damn it. XSplit. And show me so I can look over and go, well, we've been going for an hour and I didn't notice when I turned the live stream on. How long have we been going? Does the bot have a command for how long are we? You know what I mean? Apoapse at 46 kilometers, us at 43, and we're well off of our prograde. Okay. So slow down to 1 times warp, and let's not burn up in the atmosphere. Idea I just had there. Put your butt on your prograde, RCS off, because we don't have any monoprop left, so I don't need to have the green light sitting at me. The SAS on your retrograde, and F5. What was on fire there? That was the cardboard box. So we don't need a pilot at this point, really. We need a pilot. We don't need a pilot. Jones can die as long as the tourists come home alive and well. Of course, he would take the the parachute with him. So we need a pilot, we need a pilot for this one. Jones, you gotta come back alive. Didn't we used to have a command for uptime, says Mr. Igutek? It's 2 lines of code, to be honest, but I'd have to close the raffle to add it. Well, don't go throwing away people's raffle points, raffle tickets, just yet. Did I reopen the raffle, by the way? Because we're going to go on, but we definitely need a break after these tourists come home alive and well and healthy. Tamfurt and Orkin, I'm talking to you. That's how it's going to go. We've got a tourist agency now opening up. And that is actually, I think, one of the very fun parts of the game, the tourism. If you've got the parts that you want when you want them in order to develop it, I love the idea of building a proper tourist program in career mode and having like a space station. Pull onto your retrograde, please. There you go. Having a proper space station where you launch your tourists to the space station first, and then they're picked up by another vessel and carried to their destinations. Oh, God, it wants to flip. Oh, my God, it wants to flip at 21 kilometers. I am just fighting it to hold it in line with the retrograde. Maybe we just need to change from surface to orbital. No, we don't. It's the retrograde is the same. Stay with us. Hold together. There we go. We're fine. Now, the surface speeds aren't important. SAS off. Let the wind take us. Whew! That was scary, Tamfurt and Orkin. Now, Cavoodle says, now, how did I get to blaming the Jews? I lost track. You don't remember. You're Michigan. I consider it a mitzvah to educate you on how my people have, controlled the media. I'm sorry, you can only get so far with Jew jokes if you're not a Jew. That's the rule. If you are a Jew, you can go wherever you want to. Those are the rules. I didn't make them up. It's just the way it is. Drop that stupid stage that we don't need anymore. Don't bump us. Don't bump me, bruh. Bruh, don't bump me. Okay, this is a desert, so it's probably pretty low. Crap. Okay. Yeah, deploy the parachute. Jesus! That was Tamfurt and Orkin. Did no one bless them before we went? Somebody needs to come out and you go, God, That's what you do, and then they're blessed. Dark Sniper X12 is now following, and that was actually the beginning of a Buddhist chant right there in Korean. And that's the thing, is you hear these chants, and depending on who you hear them from, it's like, that's not the chant. It sounds like it, but you're saying it wrong. No, they're all transliterated from ancient dialects. So so nothing actually sounds like the original anymore. It's kind of part of the point with spiritual chants like that you really shouldn't bother with knowing what they meant. It's not really worth your time, The point is to do them. It's a practice, not an intellectual affair. It's kind of helpful to not know what you're saying. Trust me, I'm a YouTuber. Okay, 40 meter per second impact tolerance. We're coming down at 8 meters per second. Tamfurt, Orkin are going to be fine. And Mr. Jones, unlike Noah Craw, manages to stick the landing. That's going to be extra points. He held his arm above his head. Higher degree of difficulty. That's going to be more points for him in the base score. Dramacy and Cheering 10, Donald J. Kerman congratulates you for making KSC great again as a media stunt.
We need to make, press statement. We are in no way affiliated with Donald J. Kerman. He can have his opinion. However, we neither agree with nor deny whether or not the KSC is great again. We feel as though some distance is required. We wouldn't mind if he were put into a catapult and flung over his own imaginary wall.
Okay, well, there you go. We had to take a solid stance on the statement, or else the media wouldn't have known. What can we get? We can get a crew report well landed. Okay, so crew report. See, I see it up here in the space science. Crew report, well landed, and we can get an EVA. It's the first time we've come down in the desert. It is, and it's very pretty in the desert. I like the desert colors and textures, probably most out of all of them in here. Mr. Jones, step outside, grab me an EVA report, please, from Kerbin's Deserts, and then board the vessel again. And we're good. We got everything that we could possibly want, and we completed the mission, which means mo muns, baby, for this program, which is good because I did have to upgrade the astronaut complex in order to do the things that we were doing, in order to just like get more of you guys into the program without having to fire you, is why that happened. The confident to tourists involved was a successful thing, and we are back up to 287,000 in terms of the money we've got. And we did bring back some science there. We went from 45 to 65, so we got 20 and some science out of the deal as well. But most importantly, no, not that. Tamfort and Orkin paid us for the trip. We still need to move Bill's brother through the tourist program sooner or later. But for now, let's have a look at, because I don't want to keep doing tourist missions. Let's look at what else we've got. Explore the moon. So flyby, gather scientific data from, and return to Kerbin from a flyby. So scientific data from the moon, I presume you're saying from orbit. Like, from anything relating to the moon, right? Not from being landed on the moon, because everything else here is about a flyby of the moon. Simply head to the moon and pass by it, easy as pie, no risk at all. Yeah, so this would be a flyby of the moon. So that's a completely different kind of a thing to have to do, especially at the level of technology that we have here. We would have to upgrade some buildings. It's something that I definitely want to do sooner or later. Anything like interesting and fun. Ferry 3 tourists safely to their destination and back. Now there's some money for you, but I don't want to build that craft. We've been doing too many tourist missions, which was 2. It's already, you take a break after that. Test. Boring. Conduct atmospheric surveys of Kerbin. Below 17, below 18, and below 18. These are all below. And I could do some flying of planes, depending on where it is. Rockomax Conglomerate wants us to do it. What's the areas? Zone 5, Kerbinaut, Area H. Let's go look at it over here, because if that's doable, I wouldn't mind taking a flight. Where are we, and where are things? What the hell? Kerbinaut's Trial, Zone 5, Zone H. Is that what I said before? Were those the words I just read? Yes, it was, Pawn. So I'm gonna pray that this that this black zone on my interface is, the KSC's like right there, and then all this stuff is close to us. Right? Right? Because I really want to do this mission. I mean, I can change day, can't I? Let's warp around until, there's light, so that we can see what the hell's going on. Take me to morning. I can see where these missions actually are. What is that? I still can't tell. Where's the KSC? If I go out of this and come back in, it should focus on the KSC to start, right? Go back out of the tracking station, back in. This mod, the cloud cover looks brilliant from space, but these map modes don't help me that much. This is definitely not where the KSC is. Is it? Is that... No, because that's the other continent. That's the other place. And then the KSC, and then this is Russia. And then so the KSC would be here. Would be... I don't know, I'm lost. Put a ship on the pad, then look. That's not a bad idea. I am totally lost as to where the KSC is and what the hell we're seeing on the map. It may be frustrating for those of you who are like, no, that's, but it's frustrating for me as well. In fact, wait, no. Put the plane on the pad that you're gonna fly. Even though you just have to take it back in so you can put a different Kerbal in when we recruit another from chat. But yeah, put that out there. Put a ship on the pad, then look. Set YH. Jeez, Noah, with your strange codes. Are you actually like programming things at the is this an assembly? Set Y9 capital H8RA, comma, say channel stream updated at. That's not Visual Basic, I'll tell you that. Rocket Jet Mark IV, is that a good one? Was that a good one? That was Rocket Jet. No, let's do Baby's First Jet Mark II. And we'll put that out on the pad. Launch it. Sorry, Cavoodle, the raffle isn't currently open. Alright, raffle reopen. Boom. And now you can buy tickets for the next time that we get people. And then get me the hell out of here with back to the Space Center and over to the tracking station. And then I can see those missions that they're proposing. God, Kerbal, could you not, like, solve this? Did you never try to play the game? Not with all these mods, Pawn, is the thing. Alright, so where's Baby's First Jet? Mark III. Okay, so that's where Baby's First Jet is. And this is... Those are not the missions. Those are not the missions. The belows are over here. Below 16.6, below 17. That's on a whole nother continent. I can't do that. What are these? Below 18, below 18, below 17. Okay, we could do that. We could totally do that. Those are just all north of the Space Center. Good. We will do those missions. We will take Sector S. Werner's Fortune is what we're looking for. Werner's Fortune. We'll take that mission, and then we'll take a break. 7-minute break. When we come back, we will figure out what we got to do to the plane that we've got in order to get it there, or just go for a nice, lovely fly. A nice, gentle, lovely fly. Conduct atmospheric surveys of Kerbal. Looking for Werner's. That's not it. Conduct atmospheric surveys of Werner's Fortune, Hades' Peril, and Sector S. Pressure readings, pressure readings, pressure readings. That's all we gotta do. Good. Good? Good. Accept that contract. Accept it. Do you accept it? I accept it. And what's this other one that we got? Ferry VAP to orbit. Right, we gotta take Bill's brother to orbit at some point in the distant future. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I need a break. So, you guys need a break. So we're gonna go on a brief 7-minute break, and when we come back, we're going to fly a plane, and then probably end up heading for the moon, if we can get enough science together. If we can get the parts that we need to, we might just head for the moon this live stream. Otherwise, we just might be, shipping Bill's cousin off to space with one more tourist run. Maybe in a more interesting way. I'm thinking a catapult goes right over the imaginary wall. I know things can get a little boring around here, so let's listen to How Exciting. We'll be back in 7 minutes. Don't go nowhere except to pee. Pawn not out!
How exciting! How exciting!
crap, I was back right on the second. I was always wondering, whenever I always said, back in the day, 7 minutes and we'll be back. And then I'd go off and, have a break and then I'd come back. Is it actually 7 minutes? It's pretty close to 7 minutes that I like to take for my... Welcome back to the live stream, twitch.tv/RonanBawn here on That's Kerbal. That's Kerbal Space Program. And if I have water in my cup, then we'll just carry on from here. Noah, shouldn't you be in bed? Shouldn't you be in bed? Hey, Kenneth. Kenneth is here. Did Kenneth show up? I don't see him in my chat scroll. So he must have spoken. Hello, Kenneth, and welcome to the stream. Now that I'm back, having gotten here right on time for the live stream, we'll be right back. Just gonna go fill water. Listen to the music. It's nice. Yeah, I'm wearing shorts. Yeah, that's my bulge. What? Be right back. That was. It would have been a funny joke. Welcome back. I was going to show you my other bulge. Welcome back to the live stream. Hang on. Just hang on. So it just hit the floor. Ready? Fine. I'm a pro streamer. This is apple juice. Looks like apple juice. There we go. No, we're fine. We're A-okay. Oh yeah. That's gonna get us at least another hour's worth of live streaming here. Kitten. Is there a kitty in the background? There's a bit of water in the background. Bags likes to drink out of my water cup for some reason. He's, in fact... Here. No, that's not Bags, that's Paws. Paws doesn't like to drink out of my water cup as much as Bags does. He'll do it occasionally just because he's jealous of Bags, but... I love it. It looks like I just said it underneath the comm station. Or no, that's that's where Worf would have stood, so that's defense, that's the attacky council. What would you call that? That looks great. And we are actually playing Kerbal Space Program here today. Thank you for the music, but we don't need you. We don't need you now right now. The U.S. Army Blues with Dance of the Stargazer. How is it that all of my music is themed, at least by name, after space travel? I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, just before we went to break, just want to say I was frustrated as hell when I first got KSP, says Christian Overstreet. At the time, the tutorials weren't very helpful. I actually learned how to play KSP by watching your videos. Yes, really. Thank you.
Well, I'm sorry, Kristen. That must not have... That's why it was frustrating, right?
Thank you, Kristen. I hope that some of my content has actually helped a little bit. If not, seeing other people being frustrated and trying to figure things out. And eventually figuring them out. That's nice. Kenneth says, no, we can't have Paws on the Enterprise. Spot would be jealous. Spot. I don't remember Spot. Was it removed? What was Spot? I recall it. Wait, Spot is Data's cat, right? Data's cat was named Spot. Oh, it's all coming back to me now. Also, what we were doing before the live stream break is coming back to me. Now, who's Data, says Noah Craw. Data Cat. Yes, Data, he's the android. The pale, incredibly pale person with the eyes of yellow. Data! One of the most interesting damned characters on the whole. They were all pretty, well, not all of them. Picard was good. And Beverly. Anyway, we picked up a mission to fly a plane to a place. There's the plane. Let's recover it, because there's no pilot in it, and we're going to need two people from chat to become pilots right now. And I'm going to close the raffle, and I'm sorry, if you just got here, Kenneth, and you didn't realize there was a raffle opening, you wanted to spend some of your many, many pawn points that have been lost by Noah on the raffle, because I'm about to close it, and I'm not even talking more and more in order to give people a chance to buy raffle tickets if they still want to. That's really, really weird to have the cup just hovering out there in space. Maybe we can catch a cat. Maybe we can catch Spot on this thing. Kenneth has bought some tickets in the raffle, okay. As has Corsair and Crispy Critter. Damn it, now you've all started buying tickets. Alright, what should we talk about? Launching people, catapulting them over a wall on the southern border. Certain people who don't think that all American citizens are entitled to the same rights, but just those of certain colors is what we... Noah Craw buying more tickets, and you've already flown today. Noah, the rules are if you fly during a live stream, then you have to win 3 times in a row. Well, not in a row, but 3 times as I'm trying to get a new Kerbal in, new person from chat, in order to fly a second time. Those are the rules. Those have always been the rules, and not just as of last live stream when I thought it up, because it was happening. So you're really banking on an outside chance, I would say, considering that you've already won once. I'm now actually closing the raffle. Noah buys more tickets. Raffle closed. Soldiers of the Revolution is now closed. You can no longer buy tickets for it, because I'm going to roll 2 individuals who are going to come with us. Number 1 is Cavoodle. Damn it, we're going to need a junior, aren't we? Cavoodle, you're still MIA. No, you've all come back. Oh, you've all come back. Cavoodle is ready to go. Cavoodle took a walk last live stream. He got out of the plane while it was moving, just to check the wings and see if there was something on the wing. Someone! And there was, and it just grabbed him and took him down. Raffle, roll! Mr. Jones, you can... Okay, if 2 more. Twice more you have to be rolled, because Mr. Jones just flew for us. Twice more you have to be rolled in order to win another chance, L. Jones. But I don't think you're going to, because the winner is going to be... I don't know, because you all did the thing. Congratulations, Nobot. Your ticket was rolled in the raffle. Congratulations, Nobot. Kenneth, stop making Nobot cheat. It was Mr. Higutek. 111111117 has been recruited, and you're not already in here, Mr. Higutek. No, you're not. So we're going to make a new Kerbal out of you. My roster is full. Somebody needs to be fired. It's the most efficient, it's the cleanest, quickest way for me to do it. Rax, you're fired. If we need you again, we'll come get you again. So, in order to get Mr. Higutek in here, we're going to Mr. Should I spell it the way that I like to spell it? Or rather, the way that I like to say it. Well, now I don't have the name on the screen. I'm not sure where the underscores and whatnot are. Are there underscores in the Mr. Higutek? Mr. Higutek, where are you? Mr. Higutek! Your ticket was rolled in a raffle. It's just Mr. High-Tech 111117. There's no underscores in that? Come on. Mr. High-Tech. No, spell it in the order. Mr. Oh my god. Tech. I haven't even started drinking. 1111. 8. 7. 12. 7. Mr. Higutek. You are a level 1. You're level 0 engineer. Because we don't have any level 1 engineers yet. So you're level 0, you're not a badass. Mr. Higutek, welcome to the crew. You will be watching Cavoodle fly, because Cavoodle was selected for the mission. And we need to get into the spaceplane hangar and make sure that the craft I've got prepared for it is prepared for it. Because what we need on Baby's first jet Mark III, which should be able to do this for us, is we're going to need pressure scanner. We're going to need a barometer, because I believe take pressure readings in flight below these 3 points is our mission for the atmospheric surveys that we have to do. So I need just and only a barometer. Just tuck it in under there. And since I just and only need a barometer, we will... Should I put all the weight on the same side and make it completely unbalanced? It's a good idea. And then a clock as well. Don't worry, it's not going to have any effect on our aerodynamic necessity. It'll be fine. How are we doing on that? Just a little bit further back on this side. There, we've got all 3 types of science, and maybe he can get out and reset them if there's a reason to. Baby's first jet Mark III, do not save this one. Just stick the right people in it, and then ship her off. And the right people are Cavoodle as the pilot. See, that's why we didn't need another pilot. And our latest addition to the... Where are you? There you are, Mr. Higgitech, our engineer. Put her on the pad, and let's go for a nice leisurely fly. I like flying planes in Kerbal. It relaxes me. Ronan Plum, can I please has refund on my tickets? I spent like 420 points and only got 10's worth. What? What? It's rigged. Rigged is what it is. Raffle reopen. There you go. You guys can keep buying tickets, although I don't know how many more missions we're going to get out of this live stream. Probably one more, so just bear that in mind. RCS, SAS, we don't need SAS. We don't need RCS. We don't need any of that. And it's a night mission? Oh, that's a good idea, Pawn. Why don't we do this at night? How would we do on electric if I were to spin us around to the day? Would the electric run out? Doesn't look like it. Spin me around to early morning. Scatterer is so friggin' beautiful when the sun is just rising. Come on. Get. Oh my god. Isn't that gorgeous? Fire up. Brakes are on. Fire up. Houston, can we get a countdown?
You don't do countdowns for planes, Pawn.
I like the sound of your voice.
So do you.
What?
You like the sound of your own voice is what I was going for there.
You need to drink more or something, Houston. You're not making any sense.
I've had 19 cups. Pots of coffee.
Houston, quit distracting me. We need to pull up. Pull up. Get off the pad. There we go. It's fine. It's a great plane. I made it. So it's wonderful. Okay, just keep bouncing that tail. That's why I put an extra wheel on the... Didn't need that extra wheel on the tail. Houston, this is your fault.
I did nothing.
You distracted me. You didn't even have to cheer for it. Revert to the launch. You guys are fine. You're still alive. Don't worry about it. That was Houston's fault. Very scenic place to die, says Crispy Critter. It was. I gotta spin the planet around again because of Houston. Pawn, says Cavoodle. I said I had a bad feeling, says Jones. It never happened. None of that ever happened. That was a dream. It was a dream sequence you had. Okay, 1,000 times, and then morning. Good morning, everyone. What a lovely day that no one's going to die on. Throttle to full. Fire up. SAS is unnecessary. I will go ahead and add some trim just while we're sitting here on the pad. Because why not? What's it going to hurt? It's going to help. It can only help. Get me into chase mode immediately while we're still on the ground. Sometimes that prevents, Kerbal from spinning the camera around when you do it. And it has here. Okay, up, and how's our trim? Trim worked out beautifully. You can trim down a little bit now. Get her on the level. Allow her to keep her height. Why is it always a her, Pawn? Why do you refer to your planes as females? Well, I like women better. I wish I was one. Or that one wanted anything to do with me. Either of those would be fine. Okay, and map mode, and where are we going? We're going first to Hedusius's Peril. Hedusius's Peril? Yes. It's an old doctor is what it is. Yeah, put me into chase. See, this is why I do it on the ground, because for some reason the camera just randomly spins around. They thought that was a good idea, the developers. Just have it randomly change axes for some reason. when you hit the button. Yeah. Good thought. Run and Pawn, I have bought 85 tickets for the raffle, so we're reopening it the next stream, and the next, and the next. Noah, it's rigged. That right there, the thing of not paying attention to your flying, that's the thing I learned not to do from you, says Chris in Overstreet in YouTube chat. See? I'm useful. I'm a good teacher. Oh wow, my trim is now a lot down, actually, and too much down. I'm lower on trim. Well, look at how much speed we're getting. We might pop the sound barrier on this thing. I hope my lava lamp will be okay. Oh, by the way, I love doing this. I love being able to see inside that cockpit. See? There's Mr. Higgytech in back. Oh, he's a cute little, he's got a bun on top with the red hair. I like the red hairs, you know. You're fine as well, Caboodle. I wouldn't kick you out of bed. But you'd have to make space for Mr. Higgytech, because there would be 3 of us. Ooh, sexy times. First, we're heading to Caduceus's remains, or whatever it is, and then we've got 2 other places in order to complete this mission. How far are we, and how fast are we traveling? Well, you're going that way in order to get there, because that's just how it works. You know, the planet's spinning, and it's also our trajectory if we didn't have engines running or something. I don't get it. I've never understood that line. People have explained it to me. I still don't understand it. Nonetheless, we are on course for it, and anything below 8... Whoa. Okay. Yeah, we don't need the atmosphere. Anything below 18 for all of these will be just fine, so we don't have to make height or anything. We just head in this direction, maybe with a little bit of fizz warp. I have not turned SAS on yet. I love a plane that flies without SAS. Flying them without SAS at fizz warp, that's a little bit more of a... That's troublesome. We're starting to come under Caduceus... Okay, it's Hades's Peril. Hades's Peril. What do we need from here? We need a pressure report. Boom. Got it. Navigation set to Verner's. It automatically set my navigation to the next nearest point. It did. Cool. That actually works. Now there's a feature that you implemented correctly. Don't be a dick. It's all I've got. I'm sorry, but it's all I've got. The Kerbal anime programs is Bearsuit Lane. Ooh, can we do that? I just finished watching Yuri on Ice. We're now entering Werner's Fortune, and I'm just going to have to reset these as we go. Log the pressure data. Overwrite it. Because we're doing a mission, we're not gathering pressure data for all of these areas. We're just doing a mission. Lava lamp observation while flying low. Oh, we've never done that? Well, that's why I brought the lava lamp, apparently. What the hell just happened there? No. Grab it. There we go. So did you automatically set me to the next thing? Pressure readings in flight at sector S3K6. Yep. We need to head off in this direction. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. I just finished watching Yuri on Ice on Crunchyroll, because I've got a subscription there, and I got it because I saw a little bit of Yuri on Ice and went, oh yes. Oh yes, please. And it is a lovely series. So romantic. So romantic in all the right ways. It just happens to be, you know, a homosexual love story. In just the right way, where they always leave the gap where you can interpret it however you want, I suppose. But near the end, no, you can't. No, you can't. They're in love. They're in love, and I love to see them in love. Log the pressure data. Log it. Boom. We did it. We finished our survey data collection run. Anything else that we could do while we're flying low over whatever? No, according to Science X, we're fine there. Yeah, I highly recommend Yuri on Ice. It was beautiful. It was beautiful animation too, because due to the nature of that, are we in 2 times fizz warp? No, 1 times fizz warp. Okay, then go ahead and pull over. Pull on your. It's a story about figure skating and figure skaters. So a good whack of the animation is rotoscoped. You know, it's taking actual figure skating performances and actual figure skaters, and they recorded their performances, and then they animated those performances. They drew over the original performances, and it's beautiful for the animation. It's incredibly good storytelling. It is exactly the kind of romance that I wanted to see. Way sexier than you know, hetero romances that I've seen. recently, and prevented in a very, innocent. It's not sexy in that way. It's sexy in the way that matters. It's not sexy in the, ooh, lace under bra carriage thing. It's sexy in the way that's, hits you emotionally, as well as in the beater and whatnot. What was that sound? Who's here? I've got a shotgun. Oh, okay. Hi. It's my dad. I'm in the ear cups. I'm live streaming. Didn't know. It's not untrue. I got a shotgun. Where am I going? You're heading inland. You were trying to turn around, and am I heading inland? Looks like the water I don't know where I'm going now because you can't really read that data. That's water over there, Pawn. Is that the island runway? How would it be on that side? Did I spin completely around in the wrong direction? I'm lost. Help me, Kai the cool kid. I've lost entirely. He can unmute himself, says Kenneth 1. Who muted Noah? It's probably Noah, and then he unmuted himself, right? What, am I going in the right direction? Yes, because clearly the brighter line would be where you've been, and that one is where you're heading to. So it's over here. I was right. How the hell did it get on that side of things? I'm sorry, I was threatening, someone's life with a shotgun. I was busy. I wasn't paying attention. Christian learned not to, was it Christian? Kristen? Learned not to do that from watching me. Yes, I can see just barely in the distance. I can tell that that's where we're headed. Greetings, Elder Tusignant, says Kenneth 1. Kenneth says hello, Dad. What are you doing with the... Quit adding points. No, now it is rigged. Wait, points, add Noah Craw 850. It's rigged. He's rigging it. This plane can go on forever. Can't it, though? 450 units of liquid fuel having been burnt out of the 500 that we brought with it, and it travels at supersonic speeds. 300 and some meters. Well, when you're diving, we are diving a bit here. It's capable of doing supersonic. Make a little height, and then, gas it up and point it toward the ground, and you'll go supersonic in a hurry. Konami code? What? Abba? Somebody said something about being drunk. I'm not. I just opened the beer. Half of it spilled out because I was trying to show you my imaginary bulge. I don't think this is the Space Center, but it is at least the coast, and then we can follow the coast back. That's not the Space Center, Pawn. Well, we're going on an exploratory mission. We needed to discover why there's a beach here, why the developers would have colored this section of ground differently than all the others. There's something important to be found about down here, so we're throttling down, and then we're going to go in here. Maybe this is their statement on climate change. You see, the water used to come in here, and then we made the planet so hot that the water started to evaporate, and now it doesn't come in here anymore. That is the opposite of what people have to say about climate change, Paul. It's the opposite of the truth. Yeah, I mean, it could be the truth. You give it enough time, and that's exactly how this whole thing is going to go. We have to be north of the Space Center, surely, so I'll just follow the coastline back toward wherever I start seeing buildings on the horizon. Oh, there, I can see the building on the horizon. We found it. We located the Space Center. The most challenging part of this mission was getting home. There really needs to be, like, a tick, a mark here that shows you, here's where the Space Center is, but it's not on my map from space. Should be a tick. You should always have a tick there. We need a mod. Somebody go find a mod. Somebody go make a mod for me. Throttle back all the way up, because apparently I'm not fizz warping when I very easily could and save us all a lot of time. Noah, you should add a whole channel raffle that doesn't use tickets, says Kenneth 1. Oh, anyone who's in chat just can be selected. I like that. I like having that option. If we don't already, do we, Noah? Noah says, explain. Explain! I think I just did a raffle that just picks from active people in chat with everybody having an equal chance. I do like that. I believe Captain Course's bot, Houston, used to have that feature, and I had asked him for it, in fact, and I just didn't think to add. I like that. I like having that option. Makes more sense sometimes than doing a raffle, is just to select anybody who shows up in chat. Let's do that. Kenneth, please. Ready, please? Shall I approach from inland or outland? I'm going to approach from inland. I'm feeling inland. And we do need to F5 before you get us all killed, Pawn. Well, I'm sure I can land. It's got 4 wheels on the bottom of it. You know, all I have to do is not be coming in at supersonic speeds when I go at it, and that'll be no problem because I'm going to do a loop-de-loo in order to get on the line. Right? That's how you do this. You get more or less on the line equatorially on your latitudinally, and then you crash into the ground. That's how we do it, right? Throttle down, okay, even though I know we're going to be doing a loop-de-loo. I don't want to rip the plane apart either, so I got to do it slowly, delicately, carefully, otherwise I could break the glass on the front of the clock. There we go, and then flipper, flip, which way do we want to flip? I'm going to flip left, okay. That was literally the only reason I hesitated when I got to the top, trying to decide which way I wanted to flip. We're going down on the throttle to almost nothing, and now we're going to bring her in, so F5 me from here. Get the landing gear down, by which I mean turn the brakes on, because we don't have landing gear. It's all permanently out there. Kenneth 1 didn't get the memo that the command's called random viewer. Oh, neither did I, Noah. Random viewer, so it exists. Good. See, we're all... Now I know, and knowing is half the battle. Oh, crap, we're coming in way too fast for this. Kill the engines entirely, and get behind the plane, and then pull up. Can we shake speed? Can we shave speed? Give me more trim. Give me more trim. I gotta bring this down slow and gentle. That's too much trim. I don't think we're gonna make it down on this one. We can still try. There's lots of runway here. Don't even worry about it. I think you should probably just throttle up and do it again. Okay, we're gonna do it again. Throttle up and do it again. Well, not all the way up. We don't need all that. We'll just go out now that we're on a nice perfect line of approach. We were just checking to see if the boy had been out and swept the runway for us, and he clearly hasn't. It's still very bumpy, but I can do it. Fly this thing into the sun. Throttle all the way down, and then pull up hard and flip her over, and then throttle back up, because this is not going to go the way that you had hoped. Oh, especially if the camera keeps doing things like that. No, we're fine. We're fine. We're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine, guys. We do have an F5. Will you roll out? Perfect landing.
That was one of your better ones, Pawn. Congratulations.
Thank you. Everyone's still alive. Recover the vessel. We got everything that we needed, and all the science is still on the craft. Wait, we can do science here. That's why I wanted to put down here. We needed splashed down at Kerbin's shores. That was the reason. So, Cavoodle, have a step out and empty this, because we've already got data in there. Take that out and reboard. And it's all part of the plan. You have no idea the things that are going on up in here, and you probably wouldn't want to. There we go. Atmospheric pressure scan from splashdown. We'll get a crew report from splashdown as well. We'll grab ourselves a nice lava lamp and review that data. No, we got to get out and get that. Mr. Higatek, could you step out on the other side of the... All right, Mr. Higatek, go up and over. Up and... Okay, Mr. Higatek has decided he'd rather swim. That's... You're not wasting anyone's time. This is all. All the science on the cockpit? Yes, Siskenneth 1? Indeed. That's the only... It was all part of my plan, my master plan. So, take the data out of there, and then is there any possibility of you getting back up? There was an F to climb for a second. F climb, F climb, F climb. There you go. See, I know how to Kerbal. And then just right down here, and can you reboard? Would you mind reboarding without falling off again? F grab, be board. Yeah, Pawn.
Yeah, Pawn.
That's just now going to Houston is just the way I clear my throat. Observe lava lamp. Kerbin's shores. We got that science. X science is giving me all the information I need here. Is there a way for me to change the location of HUD 2? Those who are familiar with Flight Engineer, please tell me, can I change HUD 2 before I exit this mode? Grab me, observe clock. I know there is, I've never bothered before. I've never had a reason. And then we need an EVA report as well. The clock is functioning. I know it's functioning normally. I just told you to do that. Mr. Higatek, go ahead and get back out. Since you didn't fly, you can do the science here. You are an engineer, so that'll help. You have an EVA report. And back inside the craft. Thank you very much. We could spam the clock observation, couldn't we? Here. I don't wanna. Pawn, can you get a sample here, says Kenneth 1. Oh, I just sampled the hell out of it. Baby. How do you do that? I want to try and figure it out now. So HUD 2, if I float, HUD 2, if I know there's a way because I've seen people with their stuff at different spots. What I want to do is move that over here and just have both of those right here. How do I do it? Edit would probably edit vessel, right? No? What is all of this? Edit section, vessel. Yes, see, that's not what I want. HUD? HUD. Okay, that's HUD, background, HUD, turns it back into that, and then you turn the HUD off, and then, okay. Can I move the location of those, is what I'm interested in, though. If I turn vessel off, just focused on HUD 2, close the editor, can I don't know how it works. Surface sample unlocks with R&D upgrade. Stop shaking your head, you'll develop scoliosis in your neck. Yeah, with all your SMHs. My neck has already been dislocated. Says it's the secret to every pony. Good. We're glad. Surface? Is that what I wanted for that? Or was it vessel? Vessel that I keep an eye on, isn't it? Vessel for me. Screw it. We got all the science we needed to recover the vessel. There's got to be a way to move those. There's got to be a way without having to go into config files. Regardless, we just completed a mission that got us a fair bit of scratch. We were down in the 200,000s in terms of money before that mission. Now we got 388,000. And we brought back 14.4 science. We are 2 bits, tiny bits of science away from being able to afford 2 more 45 science tiers in the R&D center. Or 190. What's over here in the 90s, by the way? I'll take chat down for a minute while I look through this. So in fuel systems, we would get fuel ducting, we'd get a spark. We're starting to get like the real parts and not just the Bargain Rockets parts now. And I love the way that it appears that Bargain Rockets releases the real parts. First, you have to prove yourself for a while using very unaerodynamic stuff to fly, and then you get the version of it that Bargain Rockets parts replaced as it goes on, which is like you get to have fun with the early challenge, and then you get to do more challenging things by reducing the level of difficulty required by taking unaerodynamic things to space. I think it works very well, whether it was intentional or not, and I prefer to believe that Linux Guru Gamer, who brought this thing back to life, Bargain Rockets, that it was thoughtful and intended. Wow, look at all the new airplane parts that we're going to get with that. Mark 1 intake, nose cone Mark 1. A lot of this stuff is from, most of this stuff is from Airplane Plus. And as much as I like planes, I think I'm going to have a lot of fun tinkering with that. We also get the Weasley turbofan, the stock part for a turbofan engine. That's cool. And then under landing, Hercules gear. That's definitely Airplane Plus. Larger heat shield, some struts, parachute, proper parachute instead of, pots and pans like we've been flying on until now. Landing gear, radial, and parachutes. Okay, so that's in the 90s. We've still got to clear out these lower 45s. And I think the most useful thing would be to get into advanced rocketry, get ourselves the Reliant liquid fuel engine, and a proper... Who needs a proper? And a proper fuel canister there. What would be the other thing, though? I think probably science. All you get is an antenna out of that. An antenna and a place to store extra info. And then flight control would be a Delta Advanced Winglet. Round Deluxe. Wow, some weird stuff I've never heard of before. Lights. That drone core could be very helpful, actually. And radial stabilizer device. Remember to set it to spin cycle. Okay, it's blown out because of the mod that I've got for the ambient lighting. But that is a washing machine, I'm pretty sure. Let's get the kitten's water up off the deck of the Enterprise now. Yeah, the only thing that I really want right now, I don't really want any of this stuff. If we went for 90, That's a very helpful little part right there, the spark, when you're going to Minmus or something. Not so much for the moon, and that's where we'd be heading next. I guess I'm looking at advanced rocketry. Getting myself a couple more fuel tanks and a couple of different options in terms of engines, including the Reliant, which would be quite a helpful thing. Maybe. I don't know how well replaced it's been by the Bargain Rockets things. What did we get out of the Bargain Rockets? Hey, you know, if you're not up for staring at statistics on a Kerbal stream, then you're not playing Kerbal. What's this? So this is, wow, 230 to 250, but it has no vector on that engine, I believe. Not any vectors on that engine. Propellants, engine, gimbal, vector range 0.30. It gimbals almost nothing, is how it feels when it's in air, and having the other engine would be an improvement, I believe, to that. It does have more power, but does it suck more propellant? So it goes through 7 and 9 LFO differently, and you go through 7 and 8 oxidizer, so a little bit less on the LFO. And this being the Reliant actually has no. I was complaining that the other one had no gimbal. This has no gimbal. That one has at least 0.3 gimbal. So it's not the Reliant that I'm waiting on. It's what's the other engine? The one that actually does vector pretty damn well for a very large engine. Read info, says the secret to every pony. It was fun. You read the info. I don't know if we're going to space. Because, I mean, that's our next big mission, is to go to the moon. Go make a flyby of the moon. I gotta get advanced rocketry. Or do you spend the money on, like, fuel systems or something? I gotta get the rock. I gotta do it. Advanced rocketry. Boom. Spent. And now we don't have enough to get into a 90. Alright. Bring me back the chat. That was a hard decision to make. I didn't want to make it. You could all see. Info is being merged with alias. What? 'Tis a sad day indeed. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. That's okay, because you don't know what I'm talking about either. That's how we get along. A moment of silence for info.
Hey, Pawn!
We were having a moment of silence.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, Pawn!
Damn it, Bill! Alright. Our next big mission is to explore the moon, right? Right now we have active to ferry a VIP safely to his destination and back. He only wanted to go... Wait a second. Okay, there we go. He only wanted to go orbit around Kerbal. What if we gave him a bonus? What if we took him to the moon? We had space on the rocket for 2, and we took him to the moon. I don't know, Pawn. That's a lot to ask, considering how hard you struggled to get orbit out of the Bargain Rockets mod. If you get to the moon, you can unlock a 90 from the Boon of Science's Corsair. That's true. That is absolutely true. It means we gotta put together a pretty serious science-faring kit. Is the audio surprisingly loud? The in-game audio right now? You know what's cool about this mod? Right there. Right there. All I gotta do is grab and click it. I highly recommend the Mute Kerbal mod. It saves a lot of time for a live streamer. Even if you're not a live streamer, it's pretty good. We still only have the space box to take to the moon. It's either the space box, or we try taking, like, an airplane cockpit. What's this? Shall I buy into it? You got 467,000? Where did I get all this friggin' money? I don't care. It's coming in. I'll take it. What? Oh, I love the reflections. I love the reflections on it. So this is an Airplane Plus parts kit. 0.92 on the mass. Pretty good. 0.4 on the space box. Quite a lot better. Because it's designed to be flown in atmosphere, I guess, and, you know, it has some survivability to it. Impact tolerance of 40, whereas this is 7. So it's a lot more weight to take up. How many crew does it carry? Minimum crew to operate 1. Crew must include a pilot. Remote pilot assist available. I presume it's going to hold at least 2 people. The design was changed to accommodate built-in light from the front of it. It's much sleeker and round in appearance so that the air understands that it shouldn't mess with it. I mean, it's going to be more aerodynamic than strapping a box on the top of our moon vessel. I don't entirely like the idea of sending a plane part to the moon, but I think I'm going to try anyway. I think I'm going to build it this way regardless. I really don't. I don't see in here where it's telling me how many. Max crew capacity 2. You dingle. So that would be we could get our tourist in there. So it's not wasted weight because otherwise we'd need a second cockpit. Yes, Pawn, you are on track to build something. It only took you an hour and a half to make that decision. I'm just gonna read chat for a while. We can finally have Rave again, says the Secret to Every Pony. Yay! I think a new Voltron is in order, says L. Jones. That would look good on a Voltron. Absolutely. Say/me test. Error executing say. I cannot say commands due to potential exploits. Oh, you're just testing. 2 victims, Sister Mason. 2 victims for this flight. I can now have a trash can. That's not helpful. Nope, I'm still working on some really effed up equipment here. I've got the 200 though. I've got the 200. We're also still laboring under the 18-ton and 30-part limitation. I don't know if we're going to have that. We probably will be upgrading something before we get to the moon with this thing. But it's just a flyby of the moon. So that's something to bear in mind. Just a flyby. So if we create... No, I don't have any more in me. If we create something that doesn't even have this engine on it. This is good power for already being in space. That'd be good for a transfer stage. Yeah, you gotta bring this engine, Pawn. And if you're bringing that engine, you need more fuel than the 200's gonna give you. And if you need more fuel than the 200's gonna give you, well, then you need that stack. How much is in there by the 110? And then in the 200 is 90. So that's just a little bit more fuel. I feel like I'm gonna need, if that's a transfer stage for return, we're gonna need more than that. We might as well have 2 of these instead of 2 of the messed up size ones. 2 of the Bargain Rockets ones, anyway. This is more aerodynamic. So there's a transfer stage. Maybe it's too much, even. Ren Ferrix cheering 5. Axe body wash commercial. So, welcome to Twitch. Is it at least in the right size? Because a lot of times the commercials that I get on Twitch, well, what can you say about them? They play at 4K resolution, even though I've got it at full screen in 1080p, so you just see the upper left corner. And I wonder, it's been going on for years like that for me, it happens. So I'm like, wow, Twitch has certainly gotten away with running a lot of advertisements incorrectly. Good on ya, I guess. That is 2.4... That is 2,450 meters per second worth of delta V in that. This is 1,520. To get to the moon and return on a flyby, we're talking about, what? 5,400? Something like that? So you get to orbit on, how much delta V gets you to orbit? God, I need to look at my delta V map. Hang on. Delta V. Does that work? It doesn't work. Delta V map. Noah, you're fired. Noah, you're fired. Noah's lolling in chat. There's no Delta V map for me over there. I wanted to... Oh. Kerbal orbit is like 3,300. Right? 33? After you get to orbit. I'm having a brain fart right now. It's not 2,300. It's 3,300. Yes, Vaughn. Yeah, so 3,300, then 1,500 to make it out to the moon and come back. That could work. That could work. It's tight, but a little bit more is it could work. You're gonna need more fuel than that, Vaughn. Fine, and it's a Bargain Rockets program. There is, in fact, more fuel in this. Does it weigh more and end up, like, negating its... It could... That might be the thing. 1,470 with that instead of... What did we have on the other? It should be better. That's good if it is better. Yeah, 1,520. Yeah, it is more weight. Okay, cool. I'm gonna need more for the return stage, and the problem is that I realize I need to bring the science with us, and that's gonna add a lot more weight. So we're just gonna have to have 2 stacks of the good fuel tank that we've got. Now, where the hell are the things? It's payload, it's the Mark 1 service bay pawn, and yeah, I'll have it on like that. Opener, and we gotta have a bit of science in here for everything. We should really pilot this with a scientist, but that's gonna happen. We will have. Oh, look at the reflection. It's inside there right now. I have to flip it. Okay, whatever there, buddy. Let's have that right dead smack in the middle, and it will glow. It will light up the area on the inside. There you go, and then you just gotta like embed it back where it isn't connecting. Lovely. That's interior cockpit lighting and science all in one. I know what I'm doing. And then you as well. Right there, and then with snapping, offset it, and that will snap it to dead on middle. Oh, I'm loving this. Oh, am I loving this? I'm loving this. For balancing of weight, I'm gonna have to have 2 barometers, aren't I? They weigh 0.005. No, the barometers weighing 0.005 means that they weigh ostensibly nothing. I can just have 1, and there's not a problem with that. So snap that, flip it. Flip it, and then you got that in there. That's all the science that we need? I want to stick a styrofoam cup in here, if possible. I just gotta figure it out. This is another thing that you really should have figured out before you release the game, is these parts should not auto-default to that part that way, and then require you to flip them. It just ain't right, yo. It just ain't right. So we'll have that there. It actually helps to balance out the... Wait, no it doesn't. Yeah, you weigh 0.005 too, which I do believe is actually nothing, so it doesn't actually matter. I don't believe that 0.005 parts get considered for mass. I could be wrong. Map, delta V map. No, it's still not working. Still doesn't do a damn thing. Do I need potatoes on here? I should have a potato or 2. We might end up having to transfer this data. How much do the potatoes weigh? 0.005. Good. That's what we're looking for. Snapping. Snapping. You're not snapping to the wall. You don't want to snap to the wall. Well, then snap to the ground. Flip them upside down. Everybody rock that dinosaur. In fact, put them on the ceiling. They're more survivable. Things on the ceiling are more survivable in case you hit the ground with your butt end, because this is probably going to be the return on its own. What is the impact tolerance on this service bay? 14 meters per second. We can do that. You're gonna need, parachute spawn, and there's no parachute attachment for this. Well, the impact rating for this is 40. So if we came down face first, that would actually be better. Yeah, we'll just slam you down on your nose when we come home. That's a good idea. So parachute for this. Did we have regular parachutes yet? We don't. We do have drogues. We'd need way too many drogues. We're gonna need a parachute, and the question is, can I flip a parachute and embed it like that and still be able to attach things below it? Not that kind of parachute pawn, balls. But it is surface mountable. It does attach to the surface. So boom, do that, flip it again, and then, here's the idea, and here's why I don't think that this is cheating. Well, 1, attach it near, and then snapping to get it dead center, which it is now. Here's why I don't think that this is like a major, wow, you're really cheating on the game there, embedding parts into one another kind of a thing. The reason is, where the hell is utility? No, decoupling. We've got a tire in here, okay? So there is an embedded area where that could be made to fit. So I don't think that that's a problem. That makes sense to me, We're using a truck tire to decouple a stage from an engine, and that makes sense to me. Quoth Ronan Pawn 2017. What's our Delta V now, buddy? Close this up. I think we're done shoving things in there. Move this stage out there, and then create another stage, put the parachute and something like that. So 1,279 meters per second. I don't think that's going to be enough for a transfer stage. Ronan pulling cheater, says Cavoodle. That's not a cheat. There's empty room in there. There's empty room for that to go in, hypothetically, theoretically. It's an empty part. It's got some explosives in it, but it's exploding from this side of things. We packed the black powder into the other side of the rim of the truck tire. It makes perfect sense, and you know it. So what do you need, Pawn? I think we need a whole nother. That's all I can, imagine doing there for a transfer stage to the moon. Now we've got 2,000 meters per second to get to the moon. It's going to take us 3,300 meters to get to orbit at the minimum. We got a plan for like 3,600 meters per second to get to orbit, and then from there, 2,000 is kind of tight for. I don't think it is kind of tight. I think that's right about where we want to be for going out to the moon just for a flyby and return, which is what we're planning here. So, I'm on track, and I'm feeling comfortable, which I rarely do when I'm slowly building a craft like this. I always feel a little bit uncomfortable because it's like, I know you guys are here. You're the reason I'm here. I want to be entertaining, but when relaxation kicks in, go with it. So now we need a transfer, or not a transfer stage, we need our primary stage that's going to get us, out of orbit. How are we doing on weight here? 8.4, we got 15 parts. We've done half the parts and a little bit less than half the weight that we can do. This is going to be tough. We should use one of these because it's more efficient. It's lighter weight, it turns into more delta V. And that, and probably another one of those for our main stage, plus radially mounted SRBs, is what I've got in my mind right now. Did I buy into the Reliant? I did. Let's see if the Reliant is more efficient than this. So, our first stage now is 1,866, is what we're getting out of that. We take that off, and then we put the Reliant on, and we're getting 1,866. That seems wrong. Why would those be equal? 1866 and 1866, because here's the thing, if those two are equal, this claims to have a gimbal. I have never felt that gimbal while I'm flying the damn thing. But it claims to have a gimbal, and this, the Reliant, makes no claims to gimbaling. Which means that, literally, it is a better idea to run that engine at 11.99 tons than it is to run this engine at 11.99 tons. They are exactly the same. Okay, game. Okay. Linux Guru Gamer might want to reconsider that one. I've liked your thinking up until now, but I think there should be an improvement from the Reliant over that. And there is none as far as I can tell right now. There we go, that's how I wanted it. Ooh, is the Delta V map starting to work? I'm clicking on this just to go and see what it is. The A4 version of Kerbal Space Program's Delta V map with the little squiddy down there. It's 3,400 from Kerbin to orbit, and then to the moon for a flyby is only 860 for just a flyby. Circularization puts it up to 1,170, I think. 1,170, and then landing is another 580 on top of that. We have way more fuel than we need in that upper stage then, which means we can lighten it. I mean, if we only need 860 to do a flyby, I wanna, get a close flyby, so I'd like to have something to play with there. But we could totally do that with this, right? We got 1,200 Delta V in here on a pass that the Delta V map says only takes 800. That's more than enough margin of error, and immediately our Delta V, because we've lowered the weight by not dragging that fuel, is up to 3,424 total, which means this could just barely get us to orbit, as it exists right now. TWRs are looking good for both of those stages, so let's move on to solid rocket stage, which means I'm going to need the only decouplers that I have right now. Which are these? It's fine. They're good. I like them. And the biggest SRBs that I have right now are just the hammers. So with the hammers on, we're up to 4,100. Okay, we're not quite making, we need to see our delta V right here at 2860. We need that to be like 3500 is what we need to do. How are we doing on parts count and weight? We have already broken the mass limit on this pad. And we're not there in terms of getting to space. Is there another way, Pawn? Is there another way? If it were more liquid fuel. I mean, I like our TWR there of 2.34. Now 2.12 with that. If we have enough parts for this, I'm going to presume that this is also, you know, less efficient in terms of weight than just stacking a whole bunch of these. We're at 19 of 30 parts right there. Our TWR has come up, and we're at 3.3, so this gets us to Kerbal orbit. If I keep stacking these, we're now at a 2.06 TWR, very tall, long craft, but we've now got 3,800 units of delta V, meters per second of delta V there. We need, for a flyby of the moon, 3,300, 3,500, let's say. That's still conservative. 3,500 to get to orbit, plus 800 to get out there. 4,300, 45. Let's try and have 1,000 for that. So we're looking for like 4,600 to do a flyby of the moon. Jets, says Kenneth 1. Pawn, jets. Alright, Kenneth, we'll look at it. We'll look at it. Because I have done that before, haven't I? We'll look at putting a couple of Junos on here. I don't think they're going to have the power to lift this straight up. I would love to be able to do this without having to upgrade. I mean, that would be a marvel. In bargain rockets, especially. This is... See, here's the thing. All we have in terms of jets right now are the Junos. So the Junos are about that size, is the thing. So how many of these could we get away with strapping on here? We have 0.3 TWR at that point, and we've got 27 of 30 parts count, and I haven't even added the intakes. I don't think this is going to work because we just don't have the parts for that. Put the intakes on, and I couldn't add another part here unless I start taking away liquid fuel. Just like that. That's exactly what I was looking for. Thank you, game. Thank you. Hold down Alt in order to get it to snap to the center snapping points, if you want that. So, now we've got... I could put one more on. This isn't gonna do it. This will definitely not do. Although we have a ton of delta V, we don't have the thrust weight. But Pawn, you accommodate for the thrust weight by throttling this up and then burning it slowly. That's what you do, Pawn. We're at 31 parts instead of 30 right now, and we have intense amounts of delta V showing, which, you know, now I don't know what. I don't know what I've actually got out of that. Is a bit of a problem there. And what part could I possibly get rid of at this point that I have sparesies to throw off? I want to do this now, Kenneth. I mean, according to this, you could just get rid of one of those. Raise your TWR. What kind of actual... This is ridiculous, is what that is. Absolutely ridiculous. And if we're going to do it, because we totally are, we're going to give it a try. One, I need the two engines to be on that side so that they're helping to push us over to the eastward. More thrust on that side so they'll be banking us down in the direction that we want to go. And then I also need to figure out where on the craft we want the mass of this pushing. I don't know, it's been so long since I've done something this stupid that I really want to. So if I put this where the mass already is, couldn't hurt, right? Mass is already there, put it down there, or at least won't change things. You're gonna need fins for something like this, Pawn, aren't you? I'm gonna have a lot of vectoring from the jets. You can get rid of some oxidizer too, says Kenneth 1. I can get rid of monoprop out of there. In terms of oxidizer, I've got liquid fuel separately for each engine stored there. I don't have fuel transfer. Can I enable crossfeed? I could enable crossfeed. Would it really help me any to empty all of the liquid fuel out of here and then put on another stack and then have that dedicated to that? No, because we're looking at parts count. We're looking at parts count here. And you would still need something to attach to the decoupler unless one of those parts will attach to a decoupler on its own. And no, and engine, no. So these all have to, yeah, there have to be 3 parts to this. There has to be 3 parts to each one of those. Good idea, though. I have, this is ridiculous. This is, alright, so, 008. This is ridiculous. Is that ridiculous? Isn't that right? Mark 1. I mean, it's reading us that we have 7.6, delta V on that. We're going to be burning these engines at the same time as we're burning the fuel out of here. And I think what we really need, hello HT166562, what we really need is more fuel for this area than we have for this one. Because these are going to burn for a very long time. They're going to burn so long they're not going to be useful. We're going to be up through the atmosphere. Yeah, Pawn, you're talking sense there. So, if I can at least lower our weight and have a more reasonable amount of liquid fuel by using these half stacks that I get with airplane parts, whatever. You did not get on the decouplers there, did you? No, you didn't. You're snapping? You're snapping? Snap already. You're still not on the decoupler. What is your problem? Why you know decoupler do? Do I have to... I think it is on the decoupler. It is. It's just like embedding itself into it, and I can't see the decoupler underneath. What the hell? Pull it out, Pawn. As long as you're actually there... Wait, put it back, click on it, F, so that it comes off of the decoupler the way that you want it to. No snapping. Bring you back out. Like that. Like you're supposed to be. You silly little modded in part. Right there. This is weird. Now I have reduced the delta V here, the reading that I'm getting on delta V here, by taking it out. But that's more realistic of what we'll actually be able to use on this flight, is probably just that. I don't know, but I think we're getting more realistic delta V readings here. And we will be running this engine in order to make up for the fact that we don't have the TWR off the pad. So this 1700 delta V is going to be a lot less than that. We only need 4600 to make the moon. I don't think we can make the moon with this. I don't, but I'm very interested in seeing it fly anyway. So we're going to burn our jet engines at the same time as we fire up this one. Then we're going to drop those 3 when they're out, and we'll still have something left in this part of the stack. When that is out, we will drop that, and at the same time we will switch over to our transfer stage. And then when that's all done, we pop that off, and then we come home and we parachutes out, and everybody's happy. Yeah, in what dream world are you talking about? And we're doing it with 10.2 tons on the pad. Sure, Pawn. I want to see it fly anyway, and one of you needs to fly it. So I'm going to pull a raffle contestant from chat. Raffle roll. Let's find out who. The raffle is still open. Please close. Raffle close. Raffle roll. Congratulations, Jamacing. Your ticket was rolled in the raffle. I'm going to have to fire somebody, aren't I, in order to squeeze you in here. Xavier Downs, thank you for your service to the cause. We needed room for Dramacian. Dramacian, get in here. You got to be a pilot, man. I'm glad that I get to choose. You got to be a pilot. Dramacian is a male pilot of level 1 because we have a level 1 pilot, and those are my own rules that I made for myself. High courage and high stupidity. Best thing I'm considering making. No, nobody gets to be a badass or it's unfair to everybody else. Courage and stupidity. Kerbal created. Out on the launch pad, we're loading up the 08. This is ridiculous. Kicking Bill and Jeb out, and we need to load in 1, our tourist Orson, and, well, you should not be driving, and Dramacian Kerman. This cockpit might not even do the things that we need it to do in order to fly. I have no idea. never flown this cockpit before. Regardless, we're going to space. Or some degree of upward in the atmosphere and then falling over. Noah Kroll lost with all the tickets he bought. He's like, I'm out. F this. I'm out. Have a good sleep. Jermasian, cheers 50. To the moon! If this is a possible configuration for a spacecraft that passes by the moon, I will eat dinner later, because I haven't, and I'm hungry, and I'm drinking, so I will have to do that regardless. I'm going to raffle reopen. I'm not going to raffle reopen. I think we're done with the raffles here. I don't want you guys, wasting your pawn points when there's not a high likelihood of having more pilots than this. SAS on, throttle to full. Jermasian, you're in the cockpit. Show me the cockpit of this thing. It's pretty cool. It's pretty... Oh, hey, Bill's brother.
Hey, how you doing?
I do like the view in this cockpit. Definitely designed for a plane there. Either that or it's an Elon Musk style crew cabin. It is very odd for you to be this short in a rocket on the pad, but blame Kenneth, because he was the one who got me thinking in these terms. So, oh crap. I'm just realizing I need the throttle to be at full. I need the throttle to be at full in order to get the Juno engines to fire at their full thrust, which means I need to thrust limit the ass out of this. And without Kerbal Engineer, I can't do it here on the pad. I need to get back into the VAB and do this right if we're going to do it at all. And then during flight, I can de-thrust limit it so that I can just drag it back up. I'm pretty sure you can do that mid-flight. So, yeah, this has to be done. So this stage has 3.07 TWR off the ground. I need to thrust limit you so that I can have this whole thing at 100 and come off the pad at maybe like a 1.7 or less. I want to sip the fuel, 1.65. I want to sip the fuel and I want to go up through the atmosphere slowly because we've got truck tires holding this thing together. I can't vouch for its aerodynamicism. Who's in the pad now? It's still Jermasian and Orson. Get back out there on the pad. Are the jets crooked, says Corsair? They're being held on by a child's sand pail and duct tape, so you may see them kind of, they might wobble. They are crooked. You're right, aren't they? Straight up and down? No. You're wrong. You're wrong. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, get this back at the SAS, throttle to full. Houston?
Listen, I know I'm usually, kind of a naysayer here,
Yes, you are.
but I really want this to work. This would be so stupid that it would be cool.
That's how I feel too, Houston. It's so nice that we agree for once.
Hey, let's not start sucking each other's...
Hey, Houston, it's a family-friendly show.
In 3, 2, 1, fire!
Oh right, I should have throttled the Junos up first. All right, so we've learned it for the next go, and we know there's going to be a next go. You got to throttle the Junos up first, disable and enable the engine manually. See, I can shut it down, and then I can unthrust limit it when I need it to. Right, so we wasted a bit of delta V there. Didn't expect this to actually work anyway. It's good. We're starting, and I've got way more control authority than I've usually got. Almost too much. To be honest, I could very easily start flipping this thing. I gotta pull just ever so gently. In fact, go over to fine controls, the way this thing's flying. Man, if I had a Kerbal Engineer part on here, that would be incredibly helpful. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's very sticky. It's very sticky. It takes me a minute to get it moving, and then it runs away when I'm making adjustments here. We're up to 200 meters per second, and we're at 5 kilometers. The Junos are very quickly going to not actually be doing us any good. And look at how much... Oh, crap. Long crap. Look at how much fuel they still have left in them. So that's a waste of fuel at this point. That is a huge waste of fuel at this point, and weight that we're carrying as well. All right, get me this, and unthrust limit it, drop those and go. Wow, those almost killed us. Come on, nope, 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 nope. What are you doing, Pawn? I don't know. I'm trying to fly a rocket. Yeah. Yeah, how are we doing on the liquid fuel? You're out. Okay, going to the next stage. This was always a test flight, right? It was just a test flight. We were just seeing what we could get with this. We made 21 kilometers about with that, and we went down the wrong direction on the bubble. It's fine. It was always a test flight. Wow. We actually... How did I end up going down toward the 180? Well, because the 180 was in the 90 position. You silly man. Okay, I'm just going to keep pushing because I want to see what we get out of this. Yeah. Yeah. Because we're learning things now. I think this could be made to not function, but be better. Cockpit looks legit like a penis head. Just no one Doesn't it, though? Doesn't it, though? Just keep firing. Just keep throttling. How we doing? Okay, out of fuel as of there. Back to the VAB. This isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work in any version of reality. I mean, does anybody think that it could be made to work? If it were flown right, if I reduced the amount of liquid fuel we've got to the 5 that we'll be able to use on the way. See, that's the amount of liquid fuel we'll be able to use on the way. So it's now giving us basically a valid delta V. Yeah, that's a valid delta V because I've got this thrust limited to what I want it to, and that's what we get. We might be able to make a circularization with this craft, the way that is. And since we're pushing the limits, the 30 tons, or the 30 parts, we've got a lot of weight that we could use. This is never going to be a viable solution. We're gonna have to upgrade the landing pad. I think we can do it in 30 parts or less, but we cannot do it in 18 tons given the parts that I have right now. Less fuel in the main stage could let you use the SRBs, says Corsair. Right, and putting the SRBs on is going to push us over the weight. Well, no, what you're saying is less fuel in the main stage and maybe I can get there with the weight of the SRBs? I don't think so, but we'll have a look at it. Hammers, get on there in the 3 time and snap it, please. Okay, so that's 19.8, and that gets us to 4,100. I said we needed like 4,600. And what we would have to do here is just pull a little solid fuel out. Because the liquid fuel is going to be better for us in the long run. And then if we thrust limit it down to something reasonable, like a 1.75, something like that, we get 3.8 delta V out of that. And that's what we can put on the pad as it is. We could take some more fuel, though. Like, less than 1 ton more fuel. I have less than 1 ton of fuel. That's 1 ton. That's not, wouldn't. So, Now that's going to be too much. But then if I drag it out, 17.971, and we're at 3,900. We're just going to need more. We're going to need to be able to go over the mass limit in order to get this done. We can get it done in 30 parts, but we can't get it done in the mass limit, I don't think. I will issue it as a challenge to you. Can you, with Bargain Rockets and Airplane Plus installed, and having completed the career mode, having exactly the parts that I have right now in the can you? No, Pawn, because none of us are interested in trying to even replicate your mod setup, let alone do this. Seems to work for most people. Yeah, I think we gotta abandon it. I think we gotta abandon this design. So just get rid of all of that. Get rid of all of that, and we'll build it to the tons that it needs to be in order to make this work. Because this works. That's good. And it makes a lot of sense to use these parts as long as we can get away with it before we hit the 30 parts count limit. That is all pretty decent ideas there. And as I said, this is the engine to use, because it claims to have some gimbling to it, even though I've never noticed it. So, right there we've got a craft that supposes to orbit. That supposes to orbit. I don't know if we can even do this with 30 parts, but come on, we can't. We were so close. We were never close. Put you guys down at the bottom. How many can I have? 3, 6, 4, 8. 6. I could have 8. I could have 6 of them. I could have 6 SRBs at the bottom, all running very slowly. All burning very, very... Well, you go to the place where the engines are. I'm sorry, I don't think of SRBs as engines, but the game does. And they are. It's just... It's my brain. There. So now we've got 28 of 30 parts, and we've got 4,600 in Delta V. And then what you do is, because this TWR is absolutely redonkulous, you just take it back down to, say, a 1.8. Let's go for a 1.8. 1.79 on the liftoff, because again, we're pushing through atmosphere with a less than aerodynamic configuration, and we've got 4,700 meters per second at Delta V. 3,500 to get up there, 3,600 maybe, 1,000 more to go for a flyby of the moon. This is doable. It's just well over our mass limit. Well over our mass limit. Do have room for 2 wings. Quit shaking your boobs, Noah. So 4 SRBs firing off. We drop the 4 SRBs as we switch to our liquid fuel stage, and then we drop that and go to the next, and then. So that's a craft right there. That is a craft, and what I need to do is leave this place, and I need to upgrade the launch pad, because it's the tonnage that we're over on, not the parts count. We got 2 parts extra we could take. So max vessel weight, 18 tons. When I upgrade it, it'll be 140 tons. Do it. Done. Now we go to the launch pad and we put the This Is Ridiculous Mark II out there. Kick Jeb and Bill out once again. Come on down here. Germacian, you're flying. Orson is keeping you company in the cockpit. Put it on the pad and let's see what we get. Theoretically possible. Our parts are actually way more aerodynamic than they have been until now using bargain rockets, especially for the nose cones. It is a taller, sort of longer craft, which you would definitely want some fins on this thing if I had fins to spend. But longer craft actually seem to do better, if I recall correctly, in atmosphere when you're trying to climb. We've got a chance. SAS on, throttle to full. How many reaction wheels? What kind of wheel authority have you got in here? Well, it doesn't tell you from here, Pawn. Well, we'll just be going with... Oh, I forgot to drain the monoprop. That's more weight that we don't need to be carrying. We'll get there without it. If we don't, this will be the moment that we all look back at and go,
Vaughn, you're an idiot.
Hey, you finished my thought.
Oh, no, I was just commenting.
Okay, can I get a countdown?
In 3, 2, 1, fire!
And we're off the pad with our SRBs that are absolutely banking in a little bit because they're being held on by Bargain Rockets parts. Okay, and we're spinning. And we're spinning, don't worry. My SAS is... There are not a lot of wheels on this, are there? Not a lot of reaction wheels. Pulling it down immediately. 130 meters per second at 1.6 kilometers. I'm not liking how fast we're going with a 1.8 TWR off the pad. Not loving it. Oh, God, the damn thing is spinning. At least we're going down on the... You're going down on the 180 again, Pawn. You're doing it wrong. Okay, no, we can make this adjustment mid-flight. We'll be fine. We'll be flying. Flying? We'll be flying. We're flying. You know what? Just go 180. I went down the 180. We can still get to the moon. You can't get to the moon when you're not equatorial. You're right. You're right. Revert flight to launch. I'm sorry. I'm so used to the cockpit not being... I spun it because I wanted the penis head to... I wanted the bell end in a certain direction. So I gotta go down and not to the right when I fly.
Vaughn, you're an idiot. In 3, 2, 1, fire!
A little late on the touch there, Houston, on the firing.
I don't control when that happens.
I mean, you do in a way. You do in a way, Houston. We're really just one man, trapped inside a single head.
Yeah, well, I'm going for Thai food. Do you want anything? Inside the head?
Yeah, actually. I'm getting kind of hungry. Don't worry, we're going to get to the moon, we're going to get our flyby, and then we can all celebrate with Thai food. Hoorah, we're going down the 90 on the bubble. We're doing it right this time. We are already way, way faster than I want to be. way faster than I want to be. 300 meters per second at 5 kilometers. Okay, I'm going to throttle down our liquid fuel stage for when we transfer, which is going to be very soon here. Very soon. Very soon. There we go. We're still making speed. Oh, we no longer have the advantage of those acting as like fins. And we're toppling. And we're toppling. Yes. Okay. No. It can be done. It can be done. We don't have enough fuel to do a flip while burning your engines and still make it there, Pawn. Okay. Let it coast, says Dramatian. I want to go back to the VAB. Revert flight. I want to go back to the VAB. And I want to reduce our TWR even more. 1.7 is too much off of the pad because of the speeds that we'll be making already when we're in low atmosphere, and then we switch over, and I'm going to thrust limit us just a bit more. I'm going to go down to a 1.5. I'm going to go down to a 1.5. I'm going to save it. I'm going to make sure that our pilots are still in the places they're supposed to be. They are. And then I'm going to go up here, and we are going to have a hell of a thing. Hell of a trouble. When we drop those SRBs. The SRBs are creating drag and kind of helping to hold us. Then we drop them. And we're suddenly straight into the wind on an engine that claims to have vectoring that I have never experienced in my life.
In 3, 2, 1, fire!
And we're off the pad a hell of a lot slower, but at a more controllable speed if you ask me. And you probably shouldn't ask me. 1.5 TWR starting off of the pad. Let's see if we can't keep this thing under 300 meters per second, at least while we're, in the absolute lowest parts of the atmosphere. And we may not. Just because of the nature of the beast. You're going in the wrong direction again, Pawn. It's fine, I can fix it. I fixed it. We're A-okay. As long as we get these SRBs on here creating drag for me, I can absolutely change our direction. Once we lose that, and it's not going to happen so much. They're going to burn longer. The SRBs are going to burn longer because they're more thrust limited. I need you more on your 90, especially before I drop the SRBs. Pull the prograde, Pawn. Push it. Push it real good. Come on. Damn it. Okay, that's as good as I can make it. And SRBs away. Hold your prograde. Stay right in the bubble. Follow it wherever it wants to go. Wherever it wants to go while you're at this stage. 300 and something meters per second. Don't look away from the bubble. Pawn. Pull it back. Oh my God. There you go. Look, 11 kilometers at 350 meters per second. That's a lot. That's a lot for this. Did somebody do something? Did somebody follow? Did somebody cheer? Did somebody subscribe? My God, I don't know. I think I heard a ding. I'm just focusing on the prograde bubble, and we're already way too low to make space with this thing, but we're 14 kilometers. Nope. Throttle up. Throttle all the way up now, Pawn. All the way up, and now you have some control authority over your prograde. Don't get too far away. Don't get too far away, Pawn. Yeah. I'm a test pilot is what I am. How are we doing on the liquid fuel? Halfway through this stage is liquid fuel. Oh God, and we are burning up in the atmosphere. We are way too low to be pulling 1,000 meters per second at this point. And we're flying to, well, our prograde is way too low. Way too low on the bubble butt. Bubble butt. Okay, we're upside down too, which is really helping me fly. Pull, Pawn. Up. How's our APWAPS? Well, we're about to run out of liquid fuel here. APWAPS has made space. I'm just going to burn it out because we're almost out of the liquid fuel. Almost out of the liquid fuel now. Okay, in that stage. Drop the stage, Pawn. You're just carrying weight now. Drop that stage. Fuel, engine is cut off. Right here, right now. So now we have to make orbit with this craft and then a transfer to the moon. Oh, that should be easy. We're fine. We got more than enough. We're good for that, aren't we? Hold your prograde. Keep your nose into the wind. Reduces how much we lose off of the APWAPS as low as we came up. And then we pushed it way further out than it needed to be. This is also probably a test flight. A little girl sees her... Boy boners. Boy boners is in chat. I don't know that I can read your story. I'll read it later, boy boners. Welcome to the stream, Frankie Game 34. We're flying ridiculous craft toward the moon and failing. The first one was entirely ridiculous. These are the stages. These are the phases that we have to go through in order to get back to being reasonable about rocketry after our attempt to use 3 Juno jet engines to push us through the atmosphere, suggested by Kenneth. He didn't suggest it, but whatever he suggested got me thinking. And that's never a good thing. Hey, we've made space. We're gonna go up to this stupidly high apoaps of 100,000 in 3, and then we're gonna see how much we get blowing it out using the bell with the inner tube on it as an engine. It has a crack in it, but it's fine. We duct taped it. Stop censoring. Followers only is a thing. What? Who's censoring who? Mr. Microfingers. What's got 5 arms, 3 legs, and 2 feet? The finish line of the boss. When did this start happening? Hello, Mr. Microfingers, and welcome. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Go up to your AppWap spawn. Go up to the AppWaps, and let's just see how much we get out of this. It's going to be far closer to the moon than the 3 Juno engine premise from before. Give me stability assist instead of burn on prograde, because I'm going to have to pull you up. There is quite a bit of torque in this final stage, let me tell you. So, can we get a periapse first off? I mean, this is working for circularization, but that's not really my goal, was it? It was to get out to the moon, and since we're not going to get out to the moon, I'm just going to burn to see how far it gets, how far it would have gotten. I don't think it's going to get out to the moon, but I do want to know how close we got with that. We just need to get to the moon for a flyby. We're not trying to land or anything. We're not trying to circularize the moon. We're just trying to get out there. Wow, it's a lot closer than I thought. A lot closer than I thought. If I flew that thing a little better, we just might get there. I could put some more fuel on it, too, is the deal. Because we've got more parts count that we can use. Huh? Also, I wasted some of our Delta V by pushing up to 100 because I didn't think it was going to make it. We could probably relaunch that and get an encounter with the moon. We'd never make it home where we needed to. Let's go back to the VAB and make one final tweak, and then this is going to be a moon-passing vessel. It's going to fly by, no problem. You did flip, says Corsair 5587. I didn't flip on that turn. I don't know what. You might be talking about something entirely different. We do have parts count that we can use. We got 28 out of 30 is what we're sitting on right now. So if I wanted to tuck an extra fuel tank, the only problem is that all my fuel tanks are silly. I've got, you know, a trash can that's... I don't have... What I would like right now is this, but half. Half of what it is. Tell you what I'm going to do. Where should I put that, honestly? Honestly, now I'm thinking about Boy Boners is now following. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Boy Boners. Now we've only got 4,800 out of putting it there in terms of Delta V, but this stage will get higher, which would be nice, considering that this is a bell, and that is a, you know, blown out barrel. So one of them is clearly stronger than the other. If I put the same piece here, I bet we get way more Delta V out of it, of course. But that assumes that we're going to break atmosphere, you know, at the right time. This is only showing us 4366. I'm going to put it down here. I feel like it's more of a rocket that makes sense that way, and we're still under the parts count at 29, but we have gotten a fair bit longer and taller, and therefore more wobbly. This is ridiculous. Mark III, going for a moon flyby using Bargain Rockets parts. First one off of an upgraded pad because we have to. Just gonna double check my staging. Staging looks good. Saving the craft. Crewing Dramacian and Orson Kerman. Putting them on the launch pad. Put the stop sign in the bay, says Dramacian. Well, you're in charge here. I mean, you're flying the damn thing, aren't you? I love that idea. If it'll fit. If it'll fit and not look like it displaces everything else, and sure it will fit. You've got an extra part that you're not doing anything with. Do it, Pawn. I love that idea, yeah. Stick it. But it's gonna, okay, I gotta get my clock out of there is all. Just pull my clock out and shake it all around. Yahtzee. What? And then will you? Come on, stop sign. You've got a node stop sign. It's supposed to be right there, and this should attach while I'm holding the, fine. Do things your way then. That's another way to do it. Why don't you do that? Just put it there, and then I'll center. It's not snapping. It's not snapping to the middle, and that's as close as I can get. Is it already in the middle? And that's why it's not. No, it's very not in the middle. Damn it, you stop sign. Alright, I'm gonna do it the other way. I don't care about embedding science. It's clear that this could all fit in here if I had it a different way. I just want it to be the way I want it, don't I? Flip the clock back upside down. Buddy, rock that dinosaur. You, and then snap. It won't snap to dead perfect center. You bother me. You bother me, clock. Somebody get that clock out of my face. Fine. We've done that, because I liked the idea. Save that. And launch. Have we actually lost... Wait, do I have crossfeed? Enable crossfeed, and then that fuel will transfer through there. Yes, okay. I almost made a boo-boo there, but I noticed our delta V hadn't increased and had actually decreased. So once again, checking staging. Shouldn't have broken anything. Didn't. Making sure you're still in the cockpit. Dramasian and Orson. Alright, now we're firing. I don't like how he's twisting his clock around and around. Gonna whip my clock out. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Says no, I'm not gonna sing that. I'm not gonna say that way too often.
You do that way too often, Pawn.
That's what I was just saying. I know.
Don't forget to nose down as opposed to right when you do this.
Thank you for the advice, Houston.
In 3, 2, 1, fire!
And we're up and away. Okay, and this time, first off, throttle back down to something, and then we gotta pull down on the 90 as we go. This one flew. It flew all right last time. It better fly all right this time. So we'll just we'll watch the sun. Praise the sun. Praise him. Praise her. Praise it. I need to stay more or less in the bubble, but I don't want it falling so far down this time. I would like a much more lazy kind of ascent than the last one, so I'm letting it, I got my hand off the controls, I'm letting it pull a little bit on that prograde to keep it up right now. I like the speeds that we're making below 10 kilometers a little bit better than used to did, but now that we're pushing 200 meters per second at 4.3, I'm going to have to bank down and follow my prograde a little bit more. If I can keep it on the 90 line, that would be good as well. And yes, I am letting the craft rotate because Lord knows what I'm going to do about that. We're still making a little bit of speed. No. Stay on your prograde. Oh, God. I can't be bothered about things that are exploding. This is the most difficult part, and you got to pay attention, Pawn. You got to keep your eyes dead on the bubble at this section of things. And you should be turning down the ball now. It's 12 kilometers you're at. Whoa. Keep the vector in the prograde bubble. And also, yes, a little bit down on the bubble. Lead the bubble down now, Pawn. Oh, my God. This is just, I feel alive. 50, 60, 65, 55 on the bubble now. Could be lower. I'm going to wait until we're about halfway through the liquid fuel gear, and then I'm going to throttle us the hell. No, we're at 20 kilometers. Throttle the hell up. Here we go. Burn. Burn hard and pull us down. We're at 45 degrees on the bubble now, and I don't want to go pushing stupidly into space like we did last time. I want an efficient burn. Oh, don't flip the craft though, Pawn. But I do want to pull the prograde bubble way the hell down. I want to be doing this in atmosphere. Keep making your speed while you're making your speed. Them's the rules. Pawn. 57 kilometers, 58 kilometers, 59 kilometers. Pull down. 63, 64, 65. No. It looks like I've got enough control authority to make some really big moves outside the prograde bubble now. So I'm pushing, and I'm going to... No, you've gone too far. I'm going to just try and hold our apoaps around 71 kilometers, 72, 70-something kilometers as we do this. Come on, baby. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. Push, 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 push. That's too much. That's too much. And you're out of fuel in that stage. Get back here and drop the stage. Drop the stage. There we go. All right, we're just going to fly this out now. Prograde. Ride that bubble so that we're not creating drag at 52 kilometers. Whew. This is the one. This is the I believe. Do you believe? You probably shouldn't. You should believe. I believe it. We're at 72.8 kilometers on our apoaps, and we've got over 2,000 meters per second in terms of speed. The periaps is going to be easy to make. Circularization, not that difficult. And then we set our sights on the moon, and we get ourselves a pass out that way. Dramacian, cheers 1,000. You can do it! Wow! Thank you for the 1,000 cheers, Dramacian. You can do it, and you will do it because...
Don't come to me. You're burning the engines. Oh, so,
it's the Houston's is on the backslash. He's on the backslash. So you can do it, Dramacian. That was the point. Backslash apparently turns the engines on a little bit for some reason. I didn't know. I don't understand why it does that. Not what I use for turning the engines on and off. But. Pony, if you ran into an alternate universe version of yourself and hooked up, would it be homosexuality or masturbation? Oh, God. We're going to we're going to fizz warp a bit until we're in space, and we're in space. Okay, I'm going to F5 because I think it's going well-ish. Well-ish. I mean, it'd be nicer to have the wraparound before you drop the first stage, but I think we built it for this. If I had Kerbal Engineer on here, I think he'd be very happy with the amount of Delta V that we still have to burn. Apoaps being where it is, I'm going to start burning for circularization. Keep that apoaps out in front of you a bit. Maybe not that much. That's a little much. Pull it back toward you. You know what? Slow down. Slow your burn. Slow your burn. Okay, stop your burn. We'll go up to the apoaps. Damn, man. Skyzo Freaks is now following. Thank you, Skrillex. Welcome. I love your music. I haven't heard that much of your music. I love... That was my favorite tune of yours. Apoaps, burnout. Yeah. Periaps is already coming up. We have 70 units of liquid fuel left in this thing. I'm going to burn very slowly in order to bring our periaps up to meet. We're going to get ourselves a nice little circularization. Very, very slowly, I said. Now we're losing the apoaps, so we'll just kill it. We'll get right on top of the apoaps for the rest of this thing, and very, very slowly up to 73. 73, 73, 73, 73, and 73. It's about to spin around. Yep. Perfect circulation. 73038 and 72.98. Whatever. It's perfect. That's what we call perfect. Now, it's been a long time since I went to the moon. I remember, you get the moon on the edge of Kerbal, and then you just burn for it. You know, or you could make, you know, maneuver nodes and stuff like that. But we don't have maneuver nodes unlocked. We don't have, I didn't even realize we didn't have maneuver nodes. So we just take the spacecraft around to the edge, and then we burn hard, fast, long, strong. F5 again, because we've got circularization, and we've got 66.7 units of liquid fuel remaining in the tanks. Things are not going horribly yet. Give me time. Give me time, I can ruin this. Okay, so there's the moon, and we want to just start to see it from the cockpit. Yeah, it's just coming over now. So find your prograde, and you have, and burn full. Burn full, burn hard, and let's pray that we have something left in the tanks. Well, let's pray that we get there, and then that we have something left in the tanks once we're there to, you know, return with, to control our descent with. We're down to 35 units of liquid fuel. This apoaps is only going to start moving out faster and faster the further that we get out. 25 units of liquid fuel remaining, and now 20, and 15, 10 now. It's throttling down, throttling back, doing this very slowly. We don't actually have readings from... Yeah, that's an issue, isn't it? We don't have readings from the comms to tell us when we're actually going to engage the SOI of the moon. So I just have to guess. I'm on the right line. I don't want to miss. I'm going to burn out a little bit more. Go out to 9.2 9.8, and then I'll F5 from here, in case I'm very, very wrong and we end up missing the moon anyway. But we still have 8 units of liquid fuel remaining in the tank. So this could go well. If it's a free return, it'll go great. Maybe you should have Alt F5'd that one, pawn. What?
Maybe should have Alt F5 that one pawn. Damn it! Houston, quit sucking up some of my fuel.
What? Just do it reverse. Okay, we're F5'd. Go. Go for the moon, Dramatian. Take our tourist who was not planning for any of this. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're in high space over Kerbin now. We can get some science. I meant to do a seizure warning before we started this. I'm thinking just go back to the Space Center, and then we come back out. Maybe the environment of Kerbin will snap back to it. This occasionally happens with the Scatterer. I've seen it happen before. It's a tracking station. Go back out to the mission. It'll work out. This is ridiculous, Mark III. Interesting fact, says APVX. Rave party! You don't get a free return without going past moon orbit, says Christian Overstreet. Well, who taught you that? Because it sure as hell wasn't me. I didn't know. Crew report. We need one of those. Crew report from high over Kerbin. And I can EVA, so we're good to take all of the stuff that we can possibly take. I'll wait to EVA until we've taken all of the readings, because then we can jump out and grab them, and then we'll be able to do it again. Observe the clock. Okay, as you get farther away from Kerbin, time passes ever so slightly faster than normal. Future instrument station will be built to account for this. How do you know? He's from the future, because time is moving ever so slowly faster. Observe the lava lamp. Money well spent, and the science is bounteous. Bounteous, I say. And, log me pressure data. The instrument reads 0. It's as if it were in a vacuum. That's weird. And now, who's getting out? Orson or Dramatian? It's Dramatian. You're getting out, and I need an EVA report from you to start with. You record your observations about the situations. There you go. Now, can you reach over here and take the data out of all of this stuff? Thank you. Thank you. God, the game just, it grabs. It grabs. I'm pretty sure it's my mods. Scatterer on top of the other visual mods. But it just grabs. What are you doing? No. Board, don't fly away. Don't fly away. Don't. So we got all the science that we could get here. I mean, we could top some of them off, but we're good. I'm going to leave that open. How are we doing on electric charge? I hadn't thought about that. We're going to the moon, and you didn't think about electric charge. We're fine. We're fine. Okay, so out to the moon. Should I F5 now? I think you're good. Look at how close that Apoaps is to there. Don't F5. Don't F5. Head on out, pawn. Head on out, slowly but surely. We head toward the moon, and we'll be slowing down the whole time. Where's the moon? Where is it? Should be getting bigger. Hello, moon. How are you? Are we coming to visit you? That was our plan. Our orbital speed has gotten a lot slower. We're about at our Apoaps right now. Oh, come on, moon. Get there. Get there. We're very slow in comparison to the moon right now. It's going to sneak up on us. I hope. Come on, moon. Grab me. Grab me. Hold me. I've always loved you, moon. I've always loved you, moon. We did it. We did it. We got an SOI from the moon. Oh crap, we're all gonna die. It's just kicking us out into space. Well, that's what we're doing apparently. How do you do a return with 7 units of liquid fuel again? How is that? We did it. We made it out to the moon. Congratulations, pawn. You might as well take all this science that you're gonna die with now. Observe the lava lamp. You watch the lamp closely for several minutes. See, it's still just a clump out here over the moon's midlands, which is apparently where we are. Observe my clock. The clock is still running slightly faster than it had on Kerbin over the moon's midlands. And last but not least, log me some pressure data. The instrument reads 0 as if it were still in a vacuum, just like it was before. A crew report. Overwrite existing. No. EVA. And while you're out here, go ahead and grab your own EVA report, I think. Yeah. And then take all of the data out of there, and then store all of the experiments in there, and then also grab all of the experiments out of here. Take that, and take that, and take the other. I can install a mod that will do this for me. And I just may end up doing... Damn it, where's the barometer? There it is. Take that as well. Good, sir. Good, sir. And then, reboard the vessel. Board anyway. And then give me a crew report. I believe that's what we're still lacking. You look at the surface of the moon and try to find a good landing spot. The inside of the craters might be the best option. No, I actually wasn't. Where's the moon? Is it out here? Did we get anywhere near it? Just a wee bit. Yay, he did it! Made it to the moon! Now can he return all that yummy science without exploding, says Michael. I've quick saved. I don't know. I've only got 7 units of liquid fuel remaining, which is it's a lot of Delta V. My problem is I'm sitting here, it's been so long since I've played, and I don't have conic, it's not telling me what I would like to know. I'm pretty sure the way to do this is to let the moon pull me. Let the moon kick me way the hell out, and then wherever I am at the highest apoaps around Kerbal, that's where I fire on my retrograde. And I'll have to come down real fast into atmosphere without an ablator. That's what we could have put on instead of that last stop sign. An ablator. But I believe that's the most efficient way in this situation to do this. Is it not? Is it not? Wait until you're going your slowest and where you're the farthest away from Kerbal, and then make your adjustment, because it will have the most impact. I believe that's how you do this. You guys can correct me. I've just made an F5, and then we can come back here and do it right. I suppose is what we'd be doing then. So, being dragged by the moon, being held by the moon, pull me, moon, pull me harder. You're actually moving toward the moon's periaps still. Okay, and here we are, and it was a free return. It was a free return. We are, but not the freest of returns. I need to, while I'm at the apoaps, have we got electric charge? We've got electric charge. Why don't I have Germasian's ability to, because you don't have SAS on. SAS on. Why can't I SAS on? SAS. RCS? SAS. What is going on? We have electric charge. We're fine there. Germasian. What's? EVA currently unavailable. Game has our broken due. Why would EVA be unavailable? Cause you're warping, Pong. You didn't realize that you're still warping. That's why the game are not heartbroken. You are heartbroken. Now SAS on, and then find your prograde, because I am not coming down at the Earth on a death strike. That's not the plan. The Kerbal. I'm not coming down on the Kerbal via a death strike. So I need to burn. In fact, give me stability assist, because I think I'll be more efficient if I'm pulling here. You're probably wrong, Pawn. You don't have enough fuel to mess this up. Well, I mentioned an F5 that I had, right? Okay, we got a periaps now. At the speeds that will be coming down, I think I like 39. I think I like 40 even better. You're in good shape. Just get a little higher for re-entry in your home, says Crispy Critter. We might be Crispy Critters, all of us, in the fact that I did not bring an ablator. Now, that's fine for orbital. You can just ride it in on and let your butt just burn up in the wind. It's entirely possible to do so. From the moon, return. Not sure about that as much. Thrust limit the engine, says Jason. We're fine. 40 seems good, says Crispy Critter. I think so. I'm not going to F5 this. I'm going to F5 this, because it's a good position to reposition if things go wrong. Okay, keep an eye on X Science as we go, because we want to know if there's any other science that I'm missing that I could have, that I could do while I'm out here. I mean, I could take another clock observation while in space high over Kerbal, and another lava lamp observation to top those off, but we'll be back another day, and it just feels better to do it that way, is what I say. For this I get paid. This is surprising, shocking even. How well does the engine serve as a heat shield, says Corsair? That's what we're going to find out. Today, here, and now, on twitch.tv/RonanPawn. Follow today. Also visit me at youtube.com/RonanPawn. Also, come and hang out with me and this entire community at discord.ronanpawn.com. We have a Discord server, and that link will get you an invite to the Discord server, where we have voice chat and like 15 channels that no one ever intended, but now we have them. I need you to face your butt into the wind for this entire movement. Why is it that my electric charge never goes down? Do I have, like, built-in solar panels on this or something? The electric charge has not gone down once. We're using SAS the whole time. My engine is not running. SAS is on right now. It's weird. Shouldn't my electric charge be? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. They're Idaho potatoes. Is it my Idaho potatoes that are keeping my electric charge up and running? It could be. We do have Idaho potatoes in here, don't we? Did I put up? Yeah, multiple Idaho potatoes right there. Spud-X batteries, we call them in the industry. You know, if you're familiar with the industry terms, then you would know. Here we go. Welcome to atmosphere at 3,100 meters per second. I do have fuel to burn to slow our descent and scrub speed. Scrub heat, rather. Scrub heat is what I'm thinking about. So let's let things heat up. Keep your butt into that wind, my friend. We'll let things heat up, and then I will burn all of the... Hopefully we can make it to the periapse by the time things start really heating up. And then I will burn all of the fuel out of that engine, and we will continue to use it as the ablator that I forgot to bring. Just a wee little bit. Clench time. Pawn, maybe you kicked the cockpit with built-in bicycle generators. I picked the cockpit with built-in bicycle generators, says Kenneth One. So right now, Dramacian and Orson are in there. In order to... I mean, hey, they gotta work out anyway, right? This is getting kind of hot. But my periapse is at 39 kilometers. The longer that I can wait, the better, the more it will, do for us. And I definitely need to cool them down, and I definitely need to throttle it down. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. We're descending 40 kilometers. Periapse keeps descending on us. 39. How's our APWAPS doing? It's coming down fast from 3.3 million meters. We're not overheated yet, everybody. 39 kilometers. I'm waiting until the last second. I still feel like there's a lot of room on those ticks. And we're at the periapse. Burn. Burn hard, Pawn. Burn. Burn all the rest of the fuel, and what that did was scrub a fair bit of speed. It's hard to see. It doesn't look like a lot, but when you care, that's a lot of heat that we just scrubbed off there. This is not going to explode, at least on this pass, and it might have saved us a pass. We're probably going to have to go around one more time. Oh, good. Because you know how well things cool down in space. Just to say they don't. We came down at, what was it, 3,100 meters per second. We're now down to 2,700 meters per second. So it's getting better. It's definitely getting better. Pawn, maybe you should have grabbed all the science and put it into the cockpit. I did, Kenneth, didn't I? Didn't I all the science in the cockpit do? I think I have. Maybe the last batch I didn't? I might not have. We're at 45 kilometers, and we're starting to not have heating effects anymore. Look at how much that cooled down. How are we doing on the APWAPS? Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to go once around in space before we get this thing done. But it's also looking like it might get done. I love floating the edge of doability, Of, is this doable? Can I do this with this rocket? I love just glancing it. Keep going. You know what? Fizz warp me. Fizz warp me out of here. Please don't pop. I don't want to have to quick load back to where we were because fizz warp didn't work out for us. Look, everything has cooled down. It all cooled down. Good. Good. We got this. It's in the bag, people. It's in the bag. How's our periapse for this descent now? 38. We got it. All right. Get out of fizz warp and warp me all the way around the planet. There you go. I think you're going to live, Dramacian. I think you're going to bring back the most scientific booty that anyone has ever brought back, and you took a tourist along just to show us how it's done. I gotta get in the, passenger seat over here, and I still get her done. And I'm talking about... Pawn isn't worth sacrificing your future, says Kenneth to Noah, in reference to, I don't know. And for a man who donates hundreds of dollars to me a month, recommending that others don't sacrifice their future. Are you telling the story of the errors that you've made, Kenneth? It didn't work out well for me. Look at me, kids. Don't be like me. Don't be like Uncle Kenneth. Hey, look! Our electric charge has finally started to be affected in the slightest by what we've been doing. I have no idea where that electric charge kept coming from. But it was coming. Good to know this is going to be forever immortalized on YouTube, says Noah. Yeah, don't forget, whatever you're saying in chat, it's in my videos. So, you know, if you wouldn't say it in a Ronin Pawn video, don't say it because you're saying it in a Ronin Pawn video. Is that my logo? It looks like red and whites. Okay, we're into Fizz Warp now. Or we're into some serious plasma, so I'm cranking down on the Fizz Warp. We're at 1-to-1 right now. I want to watch the app waps and see what's happening. Yeah, we're getting down this time. Yeah, we're getting down this time. Oh, but we're going to come down in darkness. But nuggets. But I believe we will be in the water based on where this continent is. Seems to be. It's really hard to tell with these mods that I've got installed. It looks like the edge of a continent, doesn't it? Like right along there. Yeah, hopefully we're landing in an ocean. How are we doing in terms of heat over here? We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Fine. All right, I'm going to F5 from here. I did it. I F5'd from here. Okay, and now I'm going to Fizz Warp us a bit. I'm just going to 2 times Fizz Warp us, because I don't want, you know, glitches to end up being the end of Dramacian and his incredibly successful thing that he did here. Periapps. Wow. Goodbye, Periapps. Have a nice day. Heat. Still fine. Still fine. And we're low enough now. Now we get to test that parachute on backwards theory, coming down on the nose of the craft. It should be sound. Theoretically speaking, this cockpit that we're in has a 40 meter per second impact rating. I didn't realize that I had that installed. I'd installed all these sound mods. That's the first time I've ever heard that. Got in the cockpit while you're re-entering. Oh, that's terrifying, says Corsair. That sounds awesome, dude, says Crispy Critter. Doesn't it? I installed 3 different sound mods. That's the first time I've ever been in a cockpit during re-entry. Damn, that's good. Now you're all going to be asking, which mod is that? And I don't know. Not sure. Ooh, oh my god! We're coming down at the KSC! The KSC is right there. That's the mountain range below us. We returned to the KSC. Dramacian, you're the best pilot ever. I need to drop that. And that slowed us down a lot by shooting that thing off. And now the parachute is there. We're safe to deploy it whenever we want. Go ahead and deploy it. SAS off. Let it yank you. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Okay, we are relying on you know, grandma's quilting work here, but yeah, the KSC is just over there. You can just barely make out the launch pad and the landing strip in the runway. He's coming down in an old tin shed. So deploy. Oh, I'm still in quick. I didn't realize I was still fizz warping. There we go. Fizz warp is off. The impact tolerance of this part is supposed to be 40 meters per second. And we're coming down at between 7 and 10. So, you did it. You did it, son. You did it. F5 me from here. Dramacian. Carting Orson Kerman up, clearing 2 missions at once. Right? I didn't even check that we fulfilled all. We fly by the moon. Gather scientific data from the moon is not checked. But we did, Grandma! Wait, you haven't returned it yet. That's why it's not checked. Ooh, put us down in a tree. Just like Air America. That's a good movie. You ever seen that movie? I've seen that movie. It's a good movie. And we're fine. The glass held. And the space parts are still intact. And Kerbal X is telling me that there's no extra science to be done here. Dramacian, you know what? Wait. turn SAS on, for Christ's sake. Where's the entrance and exit to this thing? I don't know where you exit from it. EVA? There you go. Okay, and the SAS is off, so now you're going to be rolled over. Dramacian, you're 6,000! Thank you, Pawn! Thank you, Dramacian, for your incredible commitment to the Kerbal space program. Can you plant a flag? First flag in the program by Dramacian. That was intense and successful and awesome, and hell of a flag you made there for me, too. It's a good-looking flag, isn't it? I worked up everything. Site name. First. Return. First return. A dramatic flight by Dramacian. Incredibly successful, Dramacian. Can you, wait, can I just turn your headlights on even though you don't have them on? Can you show us that flag? Look at that flag. It's a good looking flag, isn't it? I like that flag. That's a black flag right there. Black flag? Black flag. That's the name of a band. Stool Redbird is now following. Thank you, Stool Redbird. Oh, that was killer. Turn your eye beam lights off, and then can you get back in the craft? Well, you're gonna have to F2. Yes, you can. Slip back in through the cockpit, grab this thing up, and let's claim us some science, some booty, and I'm hoping that cleared all the mission qualifiers, because by the time we got to the moon, I forgot entirely about the mission. I was just trying to get home with everybody in one piece. We brought back 114 science from that tour, plus the science that we picked up from the missions over there. Brought back some of our funds, and we went from, didn't we start that mission with about 400,000 and some Kerbucks in our pockets? We now have 872,000. Pretty sure we cleared that mission. Did we clear that mission? Oh yeah, we cleared that mission. Archives, completed. Wait. Archive, where is it? Where's the one about the moon? Explore the moon. Complete. We've done it. And we completed taking, Bill's brother out to space like he wanted to do. All in one shot. We are set up for the next Kerbal live stream, ladies and gentlemen, which will be happening next time on a Ronin Pawn live stream. We've come to the end of today's live stream. That was awesome! You said someone should make a compilation of this, says Noah Craw. I asked a compilation of what? You didn't answer. Well, someone should make a compilation? I think I know someone who's got some experience in that. I'm out, bye, says Noah Cry. Yeah, everybody can go to sleep. We're done with the live stream. Thank you for coming out. We will be doing another live stream back here this Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern if I decide not to live stream tomorrow, which I probably will take a break off because we had one Sunday and now we've had one today, which was Monday for me. And now, so Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern, followed by Sunday, 4 p.m. We do it every Wednesday and Sunday, and sometimes I just show up and do them in the middle of the week like we did here, like we did today. In case I've never mentioned it before, I am the Ronin Pawn. And thank you. Thank you so much for your donations, for your tips, for your cheers. I will see you back here this Wednesday. On
At the beginning of all time, it was dark, the earth was flat. The gods will blame glaciers, cause they all fucking border. The beginning of all the times, it was no fun at all. No fun at all. At the beginning of all times, the sea was clean and the sea was wide. In it swam the savior.